everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday. Welcome back. I hope everything's going well with you. We're here. We're back on Remix. I have 1,000,000 bronze that I need so that I can buy all of the stuff. And then not exactly be done, but like feel closer to be done. Although I have already been sidetracked because there's an invasion up right now. And I know I need to do 5 assaults. I might need to do more than 5 actually. There's some kind of furniture that's coming later that's tied to doing the assaults, and I know I'm gonna be mad at myself if I don't keep up with the ones that I happen to notice when I log on. So we'll do this first. But today is about Crawdad, it's about bronze, and see if we can squeeze the stuff we need out of Remix in any sort of reasonable frame of time. Are you upset that we have a 5,000 decor storage limit? I didn't know until just this moment. I don't think I'm upset. That sounds like a lot. Hoarding my bronze for housing stuff. Here you go. Wait, to cheese the achievement after you do the scenario, abandon the quest and redo the scenario until you're done. Oh, Lord. I don't like the sound of that. I hate doing stuff like that. I hate it. I hate it. But I also don't like doing assaults. Maybe I should just decide I don't want the furniture. Maybe that's the easiest choice here. How many assaults do you need for the thing? I don't know. That's the other part that I don't love, is I don't even know how long I'd have to do that. 10? 10's too many. I'm mad. They really suck. Find it low when you consider people will use the same items for building custom things. Wish they would let us know why there's a limit in the first place. I mean, I would assume to some extent it has to do with, like, storage and computers. You know, I know that's one of the reasons why they only let you have so many things, like, outside displayed. There's something about... That's my answer. That's my guess, anyway, that I'm sticking with is computers. That's what I call a cute Happy Friday. Happy Friday! Yeah, we're toasty. We're cozy today. Finished it yesterday, luckily. Nice. Did you spam the scenario, or did you just do 10 assaults? Is the thing that we get cute? It's probably not. It's probably like a spooky green Legion Mountain Dew Monster Energy, you know, like a rock thing that I'm never gonna put in my house anyway. It's just because Legion Remix is temporary, and whatever way, if they ever make it available again, whatever the thing is, they're probably gonna make it available in a more annoying way, and not a less annoying way, so I should probably just do it. One night did like 4 of them. Yesterday I only needed to do 2 more. Housing coming next month is early access. Would assume the inventory limit will rise. I would expect them to raise it eventually over time, especially as they add more stuff. Let's see. Happy Friday. Are you 740? 740. No, actually, I'm not. I'm 738. I have one trinket that's not caught up, and I thought I was keeping extra stuff on hand for the sake of my average item level, but I guess I forgot. I should stash one in my bags just so that I can keep getting into groups and stuff. New housing featuring the Mountain Dew Murloc Mount changes from Baja Blast Green to High Voltage Purple. Those sound like real flavors. Demon Invasion brought to you by Mountain Dew is a pretty good summary for Legion Remix. I just never really liked the lime green thing. I don't know what my beef with limes is. They're delicious. Taco Bell exclusive Midnight Purple? Yes, that's a thing. Couldn't even tell you what the decor is. I don't know if we know. I'm not sure if we know. We might. We must if we know that it's tied to the thing. It's kind of stuff makes me crazy because it's not even in Remix yet. It's one of those things that's probably going to come in December 9th. For most of the decor stuff in Remix, my plan is to just kind of not worry about it until December 9th or whenever it is that they like patch it into Remix. And then, you know, look at the list of what it is that I need or want and do it in a calm and orderly fashion. But until then, I feel like I don't want to worry too much about it when it's not even like visible in game. It makes me crazy. It's a different complaint, but I kind of hate that Fell Green and Nature Healing Green are the same color. Yeah. Finally downloaded Homebound. Very fun and helpful. It's a good one. Prices on it with bronze. Oh, Blizzard released a blog about it, but it's not in the game. It's like on a website somewhere. Like I just want it to you know, I think I'm just... Am I crabby? Am I being unreasonable? I don't think I'm being unreasonable. Trying to farm stuff based on stuff that's not even here yet is annoying, and I'm mad about it. Let's see. We need to do what? 2 more of these things? There's a single boss guy. Yeah, 2 more of the invasion points. Man. Saw the decor, I just don't remember what it is. I need this guy. Because what I really want to do in my heart is I want to go do 15 chat lists. Or some amount that's close to that. I'm pretty... Here, let me see. Part-timer. This is how I search it because no one's punctuating between each letter when they're searching for this. 14 more chat lists. That's what the heart wants. But this is new and this is limited time and chat lists are not. And I feel like I can do both. Like I can get this done first and early in the week and then come back around, so we'll see. Agent stuff is like chains and fell pools. Yeah. I'm not gonna put chains and fell pools in my house. Do I look like Gul'dan? But I still have to get it. Not because I want it. And not because I need to get everything. But because they might be taking it away. It's the FOMO. It's the FOMO that gets it, that gets you. It gets me anyway. Let's see this guy. Anyway, when it does come to just grinding bronze for the sake of it, my plan was to start with finishing my Mythic Zero World Tour in Remix. I've got a bunch of them that I never even did on Mythic Zero. And I could just, I'm pretty sure, run through and solo those no problem. That's what we've been doing. So that would be, I think, a pretty toasty chunk of bronze for the achievements tied to those. So that was kind of my plan. I also want to do another Antorus clear, get more of these Everflames of Hatred and Cosmic Soul Silvers to get the Taishalok and the Scythe of the whatever. One day you might want a Gul'dan room. Who knows? What if there's a day 10 years from now when Gul'dan chic becomes my aesthetic? Gul'dan chic. Yeah, Halloween. It's the only day of the year when aesthetic skulls become mainstream. Some people rock them all year round. It's just not me. I have a skull. I don't need to put more of them around. I've got one in here, I think. I haven't looked lately, but I'm pretty sure it's still in there. Every morning you just give it a little poke and see if your finger goes through. Did I do enough of them? Yeah, I did do enough of them. Let's go. Did Balance of Power on Remix since I never finished in retail, so I did the Mythic Zero World Tour with that. Nice. Mia, thank you for the 33-month resub. Holy smokes, nearly 3 years already. Where does the time go? I don't know. I do not know, and it's beginning to freak me out a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Hi, how you doing? I think it's seeing some of the BlizzCon marketing that was making me feel like the passage of time, because it's I mean I'm pretty sure I've missed a BlizzCon since, but I haven't, or maybe not, I don't know. I haven't gone to one in a long time, and I had like looked at some photos of when I did go to BlizzCon, and I went in 2018 and 2019, and even 2019 is 6 years ago now. I look real different. I felt different. Those things change. Someone is doing some real Doctor Strange level of stuff with the timeline lately. It cost them off the Hungry remix, so get the pet in the mail. Sometimes you tell people how old Kira is, and I'm like, no, she's not. Take that back. She's a young lady. Like the structure of a Monday to Friday work schedule. Wow, do you see the time fly by? The new housing YouTubers have shown me how items can be flipped, scaled, reused, so I must collect everything. There we go. Yeah, people have done some really creative stuff with like making new things out of existing things by like crafting them together with the tools that they give us. Pretty wild. I don't know if I'm going to do any of that because when I try, it looks bad. I'm not good at it, and then I just end up making a bunch of stuff that just looks like a pile of garbage. I'm creating a crashed Draenei ship with tables and mirrors. Yeah, that's like a different breed of person. I don't think I have that in me. That's really cool. It's very, very impressive. The most I ever did was I once put a rug over like a cloud flooring in Animal Crossing to make it look like the floor had steam on it, and then put a big tub in the floor so it could be like a sauna. That's about as fancy as I've ever gotten in my life. You know what, this one I suppose so. Whenever I feel like I'm almost done a Legion Assault, there's more. There's always more. I do the 4 world quests and I'm like, now I get to go up in the ship, right? And I keep forgetting that there's like extra steps the whole way around. It's going to turn out the best looking crown molding for a room is actually to embed a bunch of burning Legion altars in the walls that clip out a 64th of an inch. Thoughts on the free Animal Crossing update coming? It sounds good. I don't know if I care. That's kind of where I've landed. It sounds great. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I don't know if Animal Crossing has anything left for me. If it has any more satisfaction left for me to gain. I think I've kind of gotten everything out of it that I'm going to. Yeah. I think that's where I'm at. I like when they eventually one day come out with like a brand new title, that will get my attention, but I don't expect that for a few more years. On the same boat. The thing that I was most excited about was just multi-crafting. I tend to make a lot of fish bait. I tend to start over a lot, so I need a lot of fish bait to farm for things like the pure fish. And I really hate single crafting, that kind of thing. Just that one. When does it come out? I forget. I can Google it though. When does the ACNH patch come out? January 15th. January 15th, 2026. You ever go to Google something and you left caps lock on so it sounds like you're asking it in an extremely distressed state? I think I'll check it out. Don't know if I'll play it long. The Captain's Hotel thing just kind of sounds like the DLC that we already had, except free. And I guess like different, but not really all that different. What is it about Stardew, you think, makes it so enjoyable for you to replay? I see Animal Crossing is similar in that regard. Stardew is a lot more systems heavy. Stardew is more robust in the way that you improve your efficiency in interacting with the world over time. You do that a little bit in Animal Crossing. You'll get like your bridges and you'll learn how to make sturdy tools, but then that's pretty much what you're working with forever. Stardew has a much longer sort of power progression where over time you're able to make like 4 or 5 different tiers of tools, and then you get to the volcano and then you're forging them and then you're upgrading them, and then you're getting like special extra tech. Like the tech progression is much more in depth, and the economy is a lot more robust too. There's more sort of like end game money making and things for which you might want to make your end game money for, whereas in Animal Crossing, once you paid off your house, your bells, like, yeah, I guess you could save up for a crown or something, but like they start feeling worthless pretty quickly. And as soon as your basic currency feels worthless in a game, I feel like it's very easy for me to get bored and fall out of it, because what's the point? I have to want the money. Got Happy Home Paradise already. Funnily enough, you can totally decorate in Stardew Valley. There's lots of furniture and wallpapers and floorings, and you can make some really beautiful stuff, but I never do it. Every Stardew Valley playthrough, I'll upgrade my house, and if I get like a random wallpaper from, I don't know, a fishing derby or something, I'll stick it up there, but my house is always like a mishmash of just random garbage that I picked up. I never ever get anything on purpose or like try to make it cute. I barely set out pathways. We're lucky if I put up a fence. It's very much like a function over form game for me. Whereas Animal Crossing is the opposite, because form is really all there is. I try romancing someone new in every save. Yeah, but Harvey's right there. Haven't got the purple color variant in Lemix. How rough was it? You do 100 world quests in Heroic World Tier. Once you've got some gear, Heroic World Tier is not so scary, so it's just a question of doing world quests. There's lots of fast ones, I didn't do it all in one day, but it didn't feel terribly onerous to me. Do you stream other games? Very rarely. Almost never. Usually if I'm streaming another game, it's because WoW is down during one of my main stream time slots and I really wanted to stream something. Usually that's the only time that I'll fire something else up. It is sometimes Hearthstone Battlegrounds is another game that I play, although I haven't played a lot of it lately. What else? We had a I kind of want another Satisfactory kick. I kind of feeling that one. But no, I mainly just play WoW. There's always something going on. Oh, I think I need to go underneath here. I thought I was done, but I'm not. Isn't like the only other game you stream Hearthstone? That's usually the easiest thing for me to turn on and play while I'm streaming, because at a certain point, at least for me and my style of content, the main thing that I want from a streaming game is just something. It's kind of like knitting. It's something to do with your hands while you're hanging out with people, because otherwise you become very aware of like what all your face muscles are doing. Like you just need something going on to take a little bit of the heat off of you, so you're doing something and you're not thinking so much about the fact that you're talking to people. New BG patch week from Tuesdays, the Reamer. Yeah. Missed your Animal Crossing streams. Satisfactory arc was fun. MMOs are perfect stream games. Fortnite. Mero, thank you for the 6-month reset. Happy year. Hope you're doing good. Nail stream before Shadowlands. Yeah, before, because we were just killing time waiting for the thing to start, and streaming early before an expansion launch is great because everybody's waiting for it to launch. So there's lots of people that can hang out. People want to be doing something WoW-ish, but they're not playing WoW yet because the thing's not available yet. So anything that you can do that's kind of like on theme, but like, you know, basically idle is nice. That was fun. The nails did not turn out very good. They were pretty messy. It's hard to do things on stream. It's hard to do things neatly and also film them. Excited for house tour streams. If you could remove one spec from WoW, what spec would it be? Ooh, I am feeling mean this morning. I almost said yours, but then I realized you play my spec, so that would be really cutting off my nose to spite my face. Also, it's not like a bad question, although I think you're trying to get me into trouble. Oh dear. Yeah, sure, whatever. let's ace Shadow Priest. No one can say that I didn't try it. I wonder if they fixed the queue. Oh no, we have to do this thing first too. You know, it would be too. You gotta have some skin in the game, otherwise you're just nuking things from a distance. After all this World Soul Saga stuff, I just want the next WoW X pack to be. It's something to do with your hands. Didn't like Shadow Priest. I've made Shadow Priest off and on for years and years and years. It's just what Jeff plays. Nuking Priest only DPS spec is a choice. You want to play healer? How committed are you really? Let's kill Disc while we're at it. Holy Priest only. I don't know what I'm doing, and it's not going well. Oh, that's right. That's because we have to do this. What's that pace? Legit feel like I've worked every day for the last 3 months. Oh man. Welcome back. Hope things are going okay. That's a lot of working. I've been gaming. I've been coping. I've been trying to keep my house together. Delete Holy Priest, call it Archon. Make it a tank. What else have I been doing? No, that's the gist of it. I got a call from my bank, and at first I was like, oh god, why are they calling me? I thought I had money. What's wrong? And I like missed the call, and I called them back, and it's just my guy asking if I want to, like, one of my accounts was like maturing or something, and he just wanted to know what I wanted to put it into next, because I don't know what they do, but stuff. And so he was like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. And then he's like, okay, so what's up? So how's it going? the contact that helped me like save for my mortgage and everything is just real friendly. I don't know what it says about the state of my life that's pretty much the only friend I have that I'll just chat with on the phone. But it's nice. One of the docs quit with no warning, didn't show up one day, ended up taking half his patients, and the other provider took the other half. Ooh, that's stressful. Yikes. Let's see if this queue works. I wonder what happened with the doctor. I hope he's okay. That's not something that you do if everything's going well in your life. How do you grind bronze questing? I was gonna finish some achievements that I hadn't done yet. I was gonna finish doing mythic dungeons, and then I was gonna do raids. I was gonna do raid clears. But if there's any like missing easy achievements for like nice bronze caches, those are usually a good idea. Raid-wise, it looks like I've done a lot of stuff. Although I never did finish doing world bosses. Who is up? It's Levantis today. I think I'm never gonna finish the Broken Isles world bosses achievement. The one that was just gonna give me infinite knowledge. I never log on Humongous Day. It just never happens. No one's heard from him. His phone is turned off. Yikes. Oh yeah, I should check and see if anyone's pre-making a group for this, because the queues were Greater Invasion Heroic, yeah. No, that's in Torn Waste. There's invasion points and then there's assaults, and I feel like trying to figure out the difference in like pug groups is gonna suck. Other people doing dungeon groups. People are definitely doing keys. Maybe I should just sit in my queue and do that. We could do some world quests while we wait or something. Are you going to abandon the quest to kill the boss multiple times for more credit? Oh, it sounds like hell. But so is like doing more assaults. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just not me. I think it's too cheesy for me. It's not that I'll never take, you know, creative use of game mechanics, but like it just feels so against the spirit of the thing. I don't know when my annoying reflex kicks in, but I don't think I want to do that. Here, let's go get rid of our Corda Ferondis rep tokens. I need to clear out my bags a little bit. Funny how infinite knowledge achievements went from the most important tasks to fundamentally irrelevant the minute you hit 36. I think that the extra infinite knowledge should give you bronze. I think that getting infinite knowledge past cap should function basically as bronze. I haven't done it. I'm still at 34, I think. Oh no, I am at 36. Okay, so I'll find out. I guess I'm capped now. Good for me. When the spirit of the thing is having you 10 assaults through very specific times of the day, I will use. Oh yeah, for sure. Not judging anybody for using creative game mechanics. I just don't wanna. There we go. So any of these blue things. I just don't have it in my heart. I don't have it in my heart to delete them. But the only thing you get for doing the supplies thing is basically like a quest worth of bronze and infinite power and stuff. Doesn't do you a whole lot of good. But yeah, why not? Yeah, you're probably better off just deleting them. But yeah, I'm here. They really fill up your bags after a while. Mythic clears and lots of vaults, probably best. How's your Lemix going? It's going okay. I took last week completely off from it, so because I had finished everything. We have the 4th phase available now. I wanna clean up the last stuff, but I want to do it fast, and I don't think that's a thing, especially if I want to work on achievements, because I also need to do the Argus meta. And for that, I had been working on it from 2 directions. I had been doing rares and treasures was one tack I was taking, and the other was to try to get Argussian Reach rep. And it does look like there's another Argussian Reach emissary, so maybe I should just go have at it. New homeowner era stories. I mean, if you've been gone for a few months, you may or may not have heard the flooding saga. It's not that dramatic. We're having some groundwater issues. We replaced the pump twice, as it turned out. And then had to get a plumber to come back after I installed it the first time to install it better and with more rigid plumbing because the thing was jumping around so much it kept jamming itself. Yeah, some groundwater issues. I was talking about putting some rubber ducks down in the crawl space, so every time it floods and you look down there and you're like, oh no, there's water again, at least there's like some little duckies bobbing around to make it look cuter. Take the sting off it a little bit. But that is mopped up and under control now, which is good. I definitely need to upgrade the overall drainage, but it's something I can save for a bit over time, I think, because it seems like it's been a bajillion years and nobody's done it, and the foundation doesn't seem to be all that worse for the wear, so I do want to improve the drainage, but I don't think it has to be done this second. I want to hang on to an extra trinket if I find another one. There's a silver lining for you. Any information about the catch-up next phase? I have no idea. If anyone knows, it's not me. Some pump probably has a float valve anyway. Replacing with rubber duck would be cute and functional. How come they don't make... I mean, yeah. Should paint a little face on the float valve. Yeah, sure. That one will work. There was some kind of achievement, and I forget what it was supposed to give me. Someone was saying some kind of an achievement for doing a certain amount of these infinite research quests. And I don't really remember. Maybe I did it. I don't see any more of it, you know? Maybe it's in the top level. No, those are just the Time Runner achievements. I don't know. Let's go to Argus while I wait for this Asuna quest line. They don't need me to still be in Asuna for this, do they? Oh, thanks for the gifts. Appreciate it. It's my favorite streamer ever. Thanks, Mochi Hearts. Tenured of the Time Ways 4. 100 research dailies. Tenured. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I did that weeks ago. We're fine. No need to worry about those then. Okay. I mean, they still give good bronze. So it's not nothing, but... Hello again. Want to say you're awesome. Always. Aw, shucks. Also 5. What is that supposed to give you? Also... I only see 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Maybe 5's a feat of strength or something? Mochi Hearts, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Shucks. Let's do... I need Argussian Reach. Oh, there's an invasion point over there. I probably need those for something. 150 is the maximum one. I wonder why I can't find it then. It's not a feat of strength or anything. Weird. Greater invasions give a bronze cache if you haven't killed the boss already and they reset daily. I should probably do it then. Although not this exact moment because I'm still in queue for the other dumb invasion. Chrono Scholar title. I have the Chrono Scholar title. That was for the 4th one. What is this 5th one you guys are telling me about? There is no 5th one. You gotta... I'm gonna need you guys to all make a committee and agree on stuff. Took your advice when I logged in, did what I wanted to do in WoW rather than worrying about gear. Nice. You have a good time? I need a Chrono postdoc. Present your findings as a team. And then I will take them under consideration. At least we have a full stream today to do this. I only streamed for 2 hours yesterday and it felt short. I felt like I didn't really have any time to get anything done. Especially when I'm not doing a very good job of fighting this guy. You don't get a wild amount of time to hit him. Always is cool, kind of overwhelming for me. Hidden achievements. I feel like I have enough to do with unhidden achievements. Yesterday's stream. More like a stream trailer. I think that when I finish my Argus meta, that's kind of the last big achievement that I need to do that doesn't have to do with housing stuff. I should try to keep up with the invasion points because I feel like that's going to be important. Although they may not let me into this one in time. It'll be interesting if it turns out I should have stayed in the zone anyway. I may not even be able to get the darn thing done. Maybe I should just give up on whatever that furniture is. Let go of the Gul'dan Sheik timeline. 24 Augustian Reach World quests. How much verse do you have? 158%! Are you tracking your progress to the completionism website? No, I am not. I have a Legion Remix helper. I'm tracking my progress up here. Happy with that. Thinking around that number. Doing mythic raids will catch you up pretty fast. Someone was saying yesterday that doing all of the currently available raids on Mythic, or maybe even just the last 3, gives you like 44% verse per day. Pretty chunky. Pretty juicy. I just want Hosen to come out so I can play with it on live. I haven't really been doing a lot of collecting in advance. I did install Homebound. I haven't really made a point of going through and grinding anything from it yet. I think that once I actually have a house to put the stuff in, that's going to feel a lot more exciting. I want it to be in. Struggling to get the willpower to push my verse past 500 to help guildies like to limit the various achievements. I mean, you can probably help them with less than 500 verse. I guess it depends. I don't know. I don't blame you one bit. If I get versatility, then congratulations to me, but I'm certainly not seeking it out, really. I don't have any specific goal of getting to a certain amount during Remix. Whatever is will be, I think, is where I'm at right now. Did I get any more Argosian Reach tokens? Ooh, yeah, we got 3 of them. I'm working on this bar in the bottom. That'll be for an achievement. And that'll get me my Bulwark of Manaroth if I can just finish this rep. Just another half of a bar. That should be much faster than finishing the tour achievement or the... What's the other one? The campaign. Where does the bulk of bronze come from? Achievements is a huge chunk of it. Anything that's going to give you a cache, especially those greater caches, that's gonna be a lot of it. The catch is that achievements you can only do once per character. You can repeat them on alts if you want. Raids aren't bad either. Achievements leveling alts to 80, yeah. I was getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 100k for leveling an alt, and I was doing it pretty fast towards the end. It was going pretty quickly. Taking alts through raids with your bonus experience. And my bonus XP isn't even close to like 400 or anything. I'm at... What is it at? Not that I'm leveling any more alts, but 272, and we were still getting characters leveled in like under 3 hours for sure. QL LFR wings, you're done in a couple hours, yeah. But I think that doing mythic raids on a geared character in a fast group is probably approximately the same speed as bronze getting as leveling. Like, at least for your first run through the day. Maybe not quite. Oh, what's that? Do I need to do that one? Amorna? Maybe. I don't know which rares I have and haven't done here. There's gonna be some catch-up in the last phase, though. Maybe I shouldn't stress too much about bronze until then, although a million bronze doesn't seem that crazy. The assault's up for another 19 minutes. I've been in queue for 15 minutes. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to finish that assault after all that. I should probably head back out there and see if I can find anybody in the zone that's looking to pre-made queue for it. Then all the assault scenarios by inviting people standing there. Yeah. I was hoping I could find somebody in the pre-made group finder for it, but I didn't see any groups that were obviously for this. I guess I could have started one. I suppose there is that. I'll nearly finish up this world quest, assuming this is actually the last stage of it. Kicker on the mythic raids is the bronze doesn't get mailed to you, so if a couple DH mains decide to sprint ahead or split the group, you've got to manually loot them all or miss your bronze. Ugh, that does suck. Okay, that did finish the quest. That's good. Let's do one last, well, it's not like it's a big deal to get out here, is it? Let's go back to Asuna and see if we can find anything. Where's my vouchers? There they are. 309 of them. I don't think we're in danger of running out. Did I finish one of my quests? Oh, I just didn't pick this one up. I thought I had. Oh well. So, it's for Zeratas. Battle for Asuna. Hi Hazel, happy Friday. Hi Fausty, how you doing? Happy Friday. Dungeon keys were so fast last night in Remix. There's the warden supplies. We're not worried about that. I may not even remember where the queue... It was like around here-ish, I thought. No. We might not be able to put this together. Have you been wandering the beta a bit more? I have not been. I have not played beta off stream. Actually, that's not true. I did raid testing yesterday. We tested the another 3 bosses. So I did get in and do that. I suppose I should start a group. Let's leave the queue. Start a group. Group and see if we can get 2 other people so we can queue up for the darn thing. Although, I'm gonna have to figure out where Prince Ferondus is. I lost him. Thoughts on the bosses? They were good. That's what you want to hear, right? Battle for Asuna. I just want to find where this is. Where the queue for it is. I think it's like over here-ish. Like up the hill or something. How was school? Good. Because I don't even remember where he is. And I'm never gonna find it. Alright, delist. Promote to leader. Oh, here. Is that where it is? That's where the ship is. Is that where the Q NPC is? I also passed leader anyway, although they're both here. Okay. Oh, he's gone now. What did I call this? Scared of these invasions for some reason. They're not hard, but they're very annoying. They're just fiddly. There's a lot of steps. Good way to grind up some bronze. Need to pick up some more mogs. Have some for Legion house items. You could level alts. You could do any achievements that you're missing if you've got big gaps in your achievements. I know I'm missing dungeon achievements. That's one of the things that I want to do. You could do raids. Hi, kitty cat. You want to come up? Very in-depth analysis. Thank you very much. Some people don't want to be spoiled, you know? Purchase a raid appearance of those raid mats in bronze. The vendor slot is replaced with a bronze container for that same mat. I just realized that if you purchase a raid appearance with those raid mats, the vendor slot is replaced with a bronze container. Oh, yeah. You can turn in like your extra Xavius horns and whatever for bronze caches. That's true. Okay. We have a third again. Thank you to Parody for helping me find the NPC. And we're cute. Be dragged right through this. Certainly better than hearing the bosses are not good. There was one boss that I know some pugs will struggle with because you can wipe the whole raid if a mechanic picks you and you're not paying attention. Little personal responsibility going on. Always good. No, they're fun. They're good. They seem to be doing well, as far as I can tell, at making fights that you aren't really going to miss weak auras for, and that you can do with like your brain and stuff. That's how it feels like it's going to me. Although I felt that way about a lot of the existing ones. I'm still surprised that people were using weak auras for Fractalus because he doesn't seem that complicated. You have to think. In 2025. 150k, but I know the house items will be pricey. I betcha they're gonna buff bronze. I betcha they're gonna buff bronze in the final stage. See? I think that bronze will get buffed. I'm assuming. They say catch-up. I would imagine that bronze will be included in that. We'll see. Fractalus Weakora caused more wipes on Heroic than it prevented. The only time Fractalus was really tricky for us was the first time we pulled it when we didn't know what was going on, and then when we tried to do the achievement, which did take some doing, being that it was an achievement. Had to swap our shot color for Fractalus because our usual raid leader just couldn't get the mental bandwidth to play his character and call where to drop the walls and breaks. Yeah. Still probably less effort than getting everyone to add Weakora. I feel like for the most part our people just kind of manage themselves more or less. You just kind of look at where people are going and where there's room and where's filling up and vice versa. It takes a little bit of doing, but it's... Oh, that was a fun fight. I know a lot of people related it to Tetris, which kind of drove me crazy because I understand why people relate it to Tetris, but in my mind it's nothing like Tetris. All the blocks are rectangles and making a whole line of them does not delete any blocks. Those are the fundamental mechanics of Tetris. Otherwise it's just blocks. But that doesn't stop everybody from calling it the Tetris boss. There's a boss in the next raid that's a tic-tac-toe boss that is a lot more like tic-tac-toe, but in the same way, not exactly. But yeah, it's good that it's not exactly like any of the games we're comparing it to, otherwise it would be just straight plagiarism, right? At a certain point, I think Tetris also defends their IP pretty heavily. There we go. We did it. Right? That's it, right? So easy. Thanks, Parody. Appreciate it. I'm not going to try to spam it more than one time. The thing's not even up for that much longer. But we at least got one of them done. I've done 3 out of 5, or 3 out of 10, I suppose. I was doing... So I want to do, those are all I want to do. I want to do some raids. I also want to... I want to get my Argusian reach rep. I need another 10k Argusian reach rep, and I bet I can do it, too. With, I bet I can do it with... whatchamacallit? There's just a bunch of world quests up right there. Congrats on Kaveza. Thank you very much. Guys, into course 25 assaults. Yeah, that's not happening. It's not a chance. Someone said 10. I wonder where 25 came from. Still need the other results. Will help with all of them. I'll just stick to Costco. Yeah, let's confirm before we freak out. Salt housing decor remix. So here's an article. They updated in October, and it has a list of housing decor from Remix and what it's from. You can buy additional copies. You get your first copy from the achievement. You can buy extra copies for bronze. So, Altar of the Corrupted Flames. This is Broken Isles World Quests. Man, let's check these one at a time. Doesn't say which one. Seems reasonable though. Corruption Pit is raids. Storage chest for armies of Legionfall. Reputation. Keystone Master for a Fell Fountain. I definitely haven't done Keystone Master. I've done one Keystone. Maybe two. Hanging Fell Steel Cage for High Mountain. Defending the Broken Isles. Nightfallen, and then still Nightfallen. The Hanging Fell Steel Chain is defending the Broken Isles. Is that what we're talking about here? Defending the Broken Isles? Defending the Broken Isles is just an assault. It doesn't say which one. It shouldn't have anything to do with pre-ordering the expansion, I don't think. As far as I can tell, and maybe I'm crazy, this article doesn't specify which version of these achievements. It seems to be the basic one. It's not saying Defending the Broken Isles 4 or anything like that. It just says Defending the Broken Isles. So maybe 1 is fine. Right? Like, none of these achievements have numbers on them. As far as I know, this is the latest information that's actually from Blizzard. These achievements are remix only, so I'm not expecting to be able to get them again. It's funny that you can buy extra copies for bronze, but like, bronze is also remix only, so after it's over, I don't know where you're supposed to be able to get it. If we know anything beyond this, then I don't know where we know it from. And I would be a little skeptical unless it's been confirmed by a dev or in a blue post somewhere, just because people... things take root. You know, people hear something from somebody, and it turns out someone just assumed something, and then people believed them forevermore. It can happen. It happens here. It's you just... take everything with a grain of salt. According to Homebound, you need Defending the Broken Isles 3. I just wish I knew where they got it from. Like, if it's been data mined, then that's one thing. I don't know. Let's see if we can finish the, I need one more of these quests. Let's go do Wrangler Kravosa. It's the vibe I get with the official Classic Plus talk online. I think people are trying to manifest it from nothing. Yeah, maybe it was Homebound. I'm gonna choose to not freak out too much about any of those things until they actually get implemented, because there's every chance that it turns out that it's just the basic version of the achievement for the housing decor. And then you know, if I don't have to do 10 assaults, I'm not doing them. I would happily never do another one again. We got one achievement just for doing one of them. That might be good enough. We'll see. Alright, there's Wrangler Kravos. Yeah. There will be lots of time after that point, so I don't think it's worth trying to do too much of it in advance. Also, all of that decor from the image that they showed looks kind of gloomy, and I don't think I actually want any of it. The only one that's kind of sick, there's like a warden thing that is probably just from the warden's rep, the Sentinel's Moonwing Gaze. And it's like a little warden owl statue. That's kind of cute. Because it's a bird. I like birds. I think we're going to not worry about that. What I am going to worry about, I want to finish my Argus meta. I want to do at least one invasion point. I haven't done any of them yet. And I think I'll get an achievement for some bronze for doing at least one. We can also turn in. So I got this. Getting there. 13k rep. I need more! I need more rep! Maybe we'll get a bunch for doing the invasion point. The hostile echoes should give us some too. Green is my favorite color, but fell green is just yuck. I love green too, but I like a lot of... If I'm picking greens out for things, I like putting them more on the blue spectrum than the yellow spectrum. for all that I said I was going to come on and grind bronze today, we sure haven't gotten very much of it. We're at 26k? I mean, it's not nothing, but... However, I do feel like I'm close on the, Argosian Reach rep. There's 3.5 bars left. Getting a whole 2,000 rep token for, like, every world quest seems good. Although, I swear I got an Army of the Light token for an Argosian Reach world quest recently, so I don't really know what's up with that. Oh, it happened again. I got an Army of the Light one. It said it was Argosian Reach. Maybe it is random. Maybe it is. Who's to say? Well, there's lots of them. We can keep trying. Eridath is both. Is there a zone that is only one? Crocun, maybe? No, or the other one. And Torn Waste. I just need 3.5 more bars. Less than 10k more rep. Also, if I find any of those treasures, we should be getting on top of that. Hi, Hazel. Isn't there a chaos phase or something? I forget what they called it. There is another phase coming. The graphics I saw said December the 9th. So, not for a little bit. 3 weeks. 3.5 weeks. And that was supposed to have catch-up as well as new content. It'll be interesting to see if any of the housing stuff hits Remix before then on the 2nd when housing early access starts, or if it waits until that patch. We'll see. I'll be able to be Fisher friends in Remix. Wowhead goes up to 10. Sorry for this scare. I think, and I could be wrong, but as far as I can tell, we don't have confirmation one way or another, so everyone's just kind of guessing. We'll have to see. What does she want me to do? Cleanse void manifestations. Also, did I get a rep token? Got the wrong one. Do you see the new Turbulent Timeways mount since the Captain Dragon for the last one's going to be available? So it sounds like there's 4 Turbulent Timeways mounts, and you get to pick which one you want, and then the others can be purchased on the vendor. For 5k bronze each? Is what I got when I skimmed that article. This is a tiny bit of a bummer, no? or not bronze, sorry. Did I say bronze? I meant time badges, whatever. Yeah, let me take a look at it. Turbulent Timeways returns. View original. WorldofWarcraft.com. Let's see here. December 2nd to February 3rd. 10 consecutive weeks of time walking. Bringing Shadowlands time walking, which did make my back break. Feeling very old that Shadowlands is now coming to time walking. Getting knowledge of the timeways for 4 applications, or pardon me, every 5. You get mastery of the timeways over any 5 weeks during a 10-week event. 10 weeks. You get Pterodon's mount voucher that you can purchase one of 4 Shadowlands mounts. So a bronze Wilderling, Corpsefly, Gravewing, or Aquilon. Bronze versions of the Shadowlands Covenant mounts. Not Covenant restricted. And then you can purchase the rest of them. Let me see. You can purchase the rest of them for 5k bronze, or 5k Time Warp badges each. I guess as long as they're not 5k each, I'm fine with it. It is very expensive. So, like, yeah, you get one of them, and you get to pick which one you want. Of these 4 bronze ones. It looks like there's 2 more that are just 5k each that are just new in general. And then you can buy the extras. Hey, it's a lot of badges. I mean, I do this to myself. I'm in an awkward position because I want to buy the things for the badges, but I don't want to farm the badges. You know, I'll give, no take. Just throw the ball, don't take the ball kind of thing. I don't I don't like time walking, but I still feel like I should have the time walking mounts. That's a lot of badges, though. I'm already not caught up on the things that they added last time. I got the mounts from Classic Time Walking, I think, but they patched some new ones onto, like, WoD and stuff, and I'm still not caught up on those. Right, that chest is a special one with a thingy on it. Have we cleansed any void manifestations correctly? Do I need to do more than just that? Because that's obnoxious. Do they want me to, like, soak this? It is not hard to keep up with the mounts, but to keep up with the badges for the Mog is crazy. I disagree. It's extremely hard if you don't want to do any time walking. It is next to impossible to get time walking badges if you have no interest in any of the time walking systems. I was looking this one up. This was called Recurring Madness. Time walking is just in this awkward position where it's not difficult enough to be interesting or challenging, but it's not so easy that it's like super mindless and quick. It's like long and easy, which is the most, it's like the sweet spot for being inhumanly boring. I think the main draw, aside from alt leveling, which I again don't really need, is nostalgia, which apparently doesn't hold all that much water with me. Yeah, I think that quest might be bugged. We're gonna not worry about that one. Recently getting pretty close to mindless. Least friction for time walking is doing the raids and alts. Oh, time walking raids though, that's even more boring than the dungeons. I can't even bring myself to do it on my main. I don't know. Too many high badge items where I've given up the idea of pursuing all of them. Just pets and toys. The mounts, unless they're great, won't be bought. I don't know what my plan is. Eventually I'm going to realize how far behind I am on the mounts, and I'm going to decide that I want them, and I'll do something, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing the raids. Do the skips, easy 8k badges per time walking. Many alts, though. Maybe I should just make my peace with not having it. You know what would be fun right now is finishing my Argusian raid trip and getting my Bulwark of Manaroth. I'd be on board with that. Close. Close. We just gotta get lucky with a couple more world quests picking the correct rep here. Ooh, I got my lure! Now I don't need to worry about carrying around extra trinkets. I'm actually 740 and not just kind of 740. I need the Argus rep as an easy way to complete the Argus meta. So that because the Argus meta does give the Bulwark of Manaroth Mog. It's not the only way to do it, but it's the fastest way to do it. Because I did the looking for group is just Antorus and then the dungeon ones. And then getting your rep done will get you the other one. Because you only need 2 out of those 4 achievements. Let's go to Crocoon. Or maybe not Crocoon. Maybe we'll go to the other one. Is the zone called Antorus too? It's been a long time. Antoran Wastes. That's right. That's what it was. I remember when I used to feel like I could do everything in this game that I wanted to. I used to feel like as long as I didn't worry about mythic rating, I could realistically get everything from everything else. Spent all my Time Warp badges on the classic Time Walking vendor, constantly trying to catch up with all the other vendors. I did kill Kaiveza. I even put the video of it up on my YouTube channel. It's sweet that you say already, like it happened super fast. I pulled it like a bajillion times. If you're not a collector, it's fine. But I have been a collector. I was a collector. I collected a bunch of stuff. I have 1,000 mounts. I have almost 2,000 pets. 1,900 pets. I really thought it was closer to 2K. You know, for a long time I felt capable of keeping up with it. I don't know if it's the game that's getting more unreasonable to keep up with in terms of collecting, or if it's me changing over time. It's probably both. Arsenal achievement didn't get in Legion that I'm trying to get now. What do I really want? Hey, Snow Chatters, hello, Pregnant. How you doing? Happy Friday. Speaking of collecting, another pet you get for buying something from the gear store. Cash shop with extra stats. There's articles a year or two ago about someone 100%ing WoW, and I think was that is a challenge. Just looking at the transmog set list, takes probably twice as long to scroll past Dragonfly than it takes to scroll from there to vanilla. And it's not. I don't want to give the wrong impression. I'm not mad at them for adding a bunch of stuff to collect. I think it's the FOMO-ness of some of the stuff. I think that's why Legion's kind of sticking under my skin. Legion Remix is because I know it's temporary and it's not sticking around forever. So I feel like if I'm gonna do it, I can't just leave it forever. I should do it now. And I don't like that. It's yucky. Because everything else, you know, I can look at it and go, well, I don't really need that now. And if I ever change my mind, it'll be there. It's just like a nice way of lying to myself. Because realistically, I'm not going to change my mind. I'm never going to get around to that. There's plenty of stuff that is going to continue to be available forever that I'm never going to touch. I don't want to do it. I just want to know that I could. Any good reputation? No. Army of the Light again. If that. Yeah, no, Army of the Light again. No one says Army of the Light. They all say Army of the Light. Half the time now they make it seem like it's FOMO, but they have been bringing it back pretty quickly. Which is almost worse. Don't mind not having everything, I'll get the stuff I want and that's it, which is still a lot. Yeah. And that's what I'm always telling people, so maybe I should just live by my own advice. Easier said than done. You get caught up in it. I mean, by that tack, if I take my own advice, do I just log off of Remix now? I think I still want the bronze. I want another, like, 3 Argosian Reach rep tokens is what I want. I don't think I'm going to get them in this zone. That one might have worked. The Dark Experimentation one. And then we can do raids and the dungeons. Recurring Madness is not going to work. That one's bugged. Either bugged or requires prerequisites that I'm not about to do. I'd argue that getting 100% of achievements is good enough to consider having 100% in game because you'll never farm stuff fast enough to catch up on collecting everything else. Some of my issues lately, and I just want to play beta instead. I don't need every raid appearance for every class. If I wanted them, I could still get them later by doing the raids in retail. Yeah. At least now they're making the raid collecting a lot easier by letting you just collect it on Mythic, and that'll give you the rest of it. That's huge. That saves kind of an untold amount of time. If anything, taking a couple of years off of mod collecting, you come back, you never know what they're gonna do to make it easier. Trying to get myself to do the Argent tournament, but then I was like, what if this will be in a remix? And I did all these boring dailies for nothing. Yeah. Procrastination is the real secret tech for collecting. I don't know, if you're not careful, you procrastinate too long, you live your life. You spend your time on Earth, you die, you didn't finish it. And then you never have to. Don't have any LF4 normal appearances because the loot system's still horrible. Yeah. Undermine's been more fun to focus on. Undermine, bizarrely enough, I feel like I have a grip on how to finish. Even if a lot of it's really dumb and awful and I'm never actually gonna finish some of it. I can definitely finish chet lists, which is why I'm so excited about that. I don't know if I'm gonna finish Miscellaneous Mechanica. That's more of like a years-long project for me. That it really just depends on if I continue to stick with it. But at least there's like small things, like you're getting things along the way. You know, I'm not farming another 80 Mechanica, I'm just farming another like 3 to buy the next pet or something. Koresh, pretty easy to finish. For whatever reason, I don't really care about Koresh. I got most of the important stuff. I think I got all the pets and mounts. Oh no, that's not true. Actually, I need to do my Pinnacle Cache. I haven't done my Pinnacle Cache for the week. Stupid thing always giving me duplicates. Could always buy those though. I still don't see dumpsters there. My thought is that they took the dumpsters out to prevent people from cheesing them for chet lists. I don't know if that's true, it's just like a conspiracy theory. But it would be funny just because chet lists are like super unbalanced in the relative difficulty level of their component tasks. Not even remotely, like killing 3 rares is never going to take remotely the same amount of time as fishing 50 fish from runoff pools. Or collecting 25 different garbage cans. Like, those numbers should have been 5. Maybe 10 fish, 5 cans, something like that? I don't know. Crazy. Just not even remotely in the realm of close to balanced. And in my mind, like, they see somebody cheesing it by doing the dumpster thing, and instead of, like, I don't know, reducing the amount of regular cans you need to find, they're like, nah, let's just take the dumpsters out. They better get all 25 of them. You'll never be employee of the month. No Argosian Reach rep tokens. Darn it. Doesn't seem to want to give me any more of them. Oh, we should do the invasion thing. It's only up for another 4 hours. There's a pattern that drops from the dumpsters, yeah. I didn't know this was the channel I used to watch. YouTube Hazel Pet Battles years ago. That's me. Hello. Still here. Still kicking. All I need from Koresh is Mog from rares, and I just don't feel like trying to find them all in phase diving. Yeah. It doesn't help that you're never going to be able to fly in phase diving. Did a side street last night for one list. It did not count. Theories that I used the flicker gate. I did this exact same thing the other day. I don't think that gates count for the list because I did the same thing. And the annoying thing was I was almost at the end of it too. And the only reason I was doing a side street was because it was an awful list. It was a horrific list. And that was the only reason I was like, fine, I'll do the delve. And I almost finished it and I found the gate. And I was like, all right, sure, I'll do the gate because I didn't know it would break it. In the future, I won't touch them when trying to do a delve for a chet list. But like, ugh, that was something. Can I get through here? I'm starting to feel like I cannot. Maybe I can, actually. Ooh. Or maybe I'm just going to get myself jammed in a corner and die. Some things don't change. So how's your day going? This is funny, there's an invisible wall here too. I'm definitely not supposed to be here. I'm going to main my priest in midnight. Gnome holy priest. Not stuck in a corner. Guess my day's good. I'm gonna take a sec. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Ryok's doing decent. Visited a mall in the next city earlier. Didn't just see a wild Hatsune Miku, but also had Korean ramen only the second time in my life. Had actual ramen, not the instant stuff. Ooh, tasty, tasty. Someone dressed up as Miku. Gotcha. That sounds like fun. Okay, my life is a mess. This is going terribly. This is going absolutely horrifically. I had some notion about doing that invasion point for, like, I don't know, an achievement or some garbage. Why did I want to do that? Complete a lesser invasion point. Any of them. It would give me a knowledge, which I think will give me some bronze. So we should try and do it. I'll run the other way this time. I want to write a sternly worded email to Hazel Co. management to please restore the Miss Kira cam. There's no one there. I can put a camera on a bed, but I haven't done it because there's no one in the bed. Moose sleeps in a different room, and Kira's been sleeping under my desk on my feet, and I don't think anybody can afford the live foot cam. I'll worry about that later. I used to just run like a USB cable to a webcam in the office, but I would trip over it all the time. So I figure until there's actually an animal in the bed, there's no point. How much is that? 60 grand an hour. And they're not even naked. They're in 2 layers of socks and a foot oven. Oh, hey, we have a teleport. Takes us basically right there. I think that would be enough to get the windows done in this place. Actually, that'd be more than enough. You can get the windows done real shiny for that. These I think you could solo. If I remember correctly, I think that they let you do these. Like, there'll be other people in there if there's other people doing it, but I think you can kind of do it more or less by yourself. Foot oven, not a freeze you can casually drop. I have, like, an electric foot heater pocket under my desk that I keep my feet in while I'm streaming to keep them from getting too cold. Basically solo it. I hope so. That's what we're gonna do. As far as I can tell, this is the only one I'm ever going to do. But the first one should be good for achievement's sake. Windy here, don't know if it's gonna rain or not. Do I go for a jog? Do I stay and play WoW? Ooh, go for your jog and then play WoW when you come back, and if it rains, you'll get wet, but then you'll get all like warm and toasty and clean afterwards, and you'll feel much better. And then if you really don't want to go, then just go for like a shorter one. Just lower your standards until you find something that you actually want to do. It works every time. People will slowly join. There will be 2 or 3 people that are nice for the last boss. Okay. I am in Heroic World tier, although you'd assume that most people are at this point. I wonder if I'm getting close to having done the 500 empowered enemies yet. You'd think we'd be nearly there. Nope, 315, just over halfway. 84 out of 100 of the obelisks. That one I'll probably get first. Just don't want to get sick again. That's fair. Yeah, if you're recovering from anything, then for sure don't go jogging in the rain. That advice was for people of vigorous health and sturdiness. There we go. Pretty wintry over here, but not like freezing cold or anything, just kind of like wet. Wet, a little windy, a little gray. Day's not super long. Forget to switch to heroic. Normal's just silly for my character at this point. I was telling myself that I was going to go back to normal after I'd kind of finished these achievements that I was doing in Heroic World tier. Because, I don't know, you'd assume that you would kill things really, really fast. I remember when they first, like, did promo for this patch and they were like, and you're gonna do invasions on other planets. And it's like, wow, this is our first time seeing other planets. And it's like, well, this one is snowy and this one has tree. But otherwise, they're pretty much exactly the same. I don't know what I expected, but this is a little let down. Hope someday we go to Azeroth's moons. You think there's anything up there? I hope it's just goats. Goats and cheese. Gotta do Antorus at least once today. Mythic Antorus. Because that should let me buy something. I'll get another 10 of each of those items, and I think you can buy something for 20? I think you just have to do Mythic twice. No. Never understood where the whole moon is made of cheese thing came from. I have no idea. I just think it sounds cute. I can't prove that it's not made of cheese. What is space if not a giant cosmic refrigerator? Well, this seems easier than the regular Legion invasion points. Ooh, that was some good bronze. So I got 7,500 for greater bronze, or for regular bronze cash. I got 1270. And I'm up to 44k. I think I must have gotten some more somehow. And I think we're out. New profession. Astronaut. Shipwright. Building WoW starships. Only a slight genre shift for the fantasy game about orcs and humans. I mean, the Draenei crashed a starship into Azeroth back in TBC. It's not exactly new territory. They're not afraid of a little sci-fi in their fantasy. Let's do what we can do to get into Antorus, huh? Just remembered the WAD ship mission, poor thing. Raids, Fine Grip, and Taurus Mythic. 740, that's me. Hopefully they put like a healer or two in. I'm not a healer, but I hope somebody is, because otherwise Iminar does get kind of stinky. Let's see if I can even run to the entrance here. We go this way. I want to see how my druid fares in Ire. Once again asking for World of StarCraft as an expansion. Hope we do a revamped Draenei city. They do make lovely cities. We'll give them that. Still don't have the ring from there. The Draenei mission ships, the WAD ship table was so bad. It was impressive that they managed to make it worse than the regular mission table, but they did. They managed it. And you remember your ships would break all the time? Like, you would be, like, spending a bunch of resources to build a boat, and then it would get smashed up, and then you'd be like, welp, this is far too realistic. I guess I'll build another one? I don't know. Give them dumb names. Started doing that this year, and I'm so confused by the ships. It was a terrible system. It was not good. Item level seems slow going. In Remix, there's no shortcuts. You just got to keep at it. Doing as many things as you can that give you the moats are great. Doing as much infinite research as you can, and getting through all the raids that you can is really the best thing. But there's not really any shortcuts. It is just slow. Once you have it, you have it. You know, you get to 740 and then you never need to worry about it again. Did get my captain title. Very nice. Wonder if pure DPS players with a good dot class should have a quick leech set swap. Maybe, but it's more so like if you get slept and then there's nothing your leech can do for you at that point. It's kind of, your CC is, I think, part of the problem. There was a ship table optimization that let you 100% all the naval missions. I like to imagine you're just sending boats to oranges. Or belly buttons. Can't find the old forum post on how to set them up. I haven't done it in a long time. I did get my ring though. Wow, they made heirlooms worthless so I could abandon my ship mission farming. Do you wear your ring much? No, not at all. Not one bit. It's probably deep in a bank somewhere. I've actually spent hours looking for it. Oh, the ship table thing? Alright, off we go. Wife and I don't wear rings either. Oh, you mean an actual ring? I thought we were talking about the WoD ship table ring. I wear my actual ring. My husband doesn't wear his as much because his finger, he's got tapered fingers, so even with the finest fitted ring, it is still slightly at liability of coming off. So he doesn't wear it anywhere dangerous or fishing or anything like that. Mine stay on real good, so I have my pretty rings for when I want to feel like a pretty princess, and then I have a plain one for when I want to not get upcharged on stuff. You can't wear the big bling when you're shopping for tires, otherwise they're going to think you can afford the really nice ones. How are you auto-scrapping? Legion Remix Helper will auto-populate the scrap window for you, so all you have to do is hit the button. It's pretty nice. I have it set to scrap things below a threshold item level. Now I could probably just have it scrap everything, because I'm wearing all the gear I'm going to wear. I got a trigger finger at one point. Couldn't wear the ring for like a year. Trigger finger. Should I Google that or is this a mistake? Trigger finger. Tendon that controls the finger can't glide smoothly in the sheath that surrounds it. Tendon's sheath becomes swollen or if a small lump forms. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Legion Remix Helper is the name of the add-on. Wife works in food service, and I have more webbing than normal between my fingers. Can we talk about that? Are you sick at swimming? We have our rings and we are married, but we don't wear them much. All better now. Oh, that's good. I'm just imagining like the Shape of Water, but it's just you. Like with all respect, I think this is sick. Not making fun of you one bit. Your lifeguard. Web fingers saving lives. Not Michael Phelps here. No. Let me have this. You are specifically and literally Michael Phelps. He's taking time from his busy schedule of whatever the hell he's doing now to hang out in my World of Warcraft remix stream and watch me maybe or maybe not make bronze. Morning. Good morning. How you doing? Happy Friday. Look at me not getting smushed by the elevator. People are learning. Well, we'll have some research to turn in after this. That'll be good. 1.5k bronze for each of those. It's not bad. Heads up. Am I doing any meaningful amount of damage here? Where am I? Oh wow, way down there. Not so good. Oh, I don't have a pet. That's part of my problem. Okay, well maybe next time with a pet we'll climb right on up there. Woo. Not everybody has their artifact thing. A couple people just jumped without the safety talent. Oh no. I thought that Remix was gonna really spoil me for retail, and it was gonna be hard for me to play retail classes after getting used to how they play in Remix. But it turns out it's beta spoiling me for retail. I was healing raids in Oracle, Holy Priest, and Midnight beta, and I had like 3 buttons. And all of them just heal like a variety of people depending on what's going on. I don't have to think about any of it. Jumps don't always work for some reason. That's annoying. 2 more assaults to finish, then I've got everything I really wanted from Remix. The rest is icing. Nice. Sometimes they splash. You liked it? That's good. I liked it for raid testing because it gave me more energy to fight with my recording settings. If you hit the wall slightly above the top of the door, it will kill you. Oh, maybe that's what happened to people. Learn that while farming the mount from here. Interesting. And I once again another pet. Let's get a pet. Let's see if we can scrape into, I don't know, slot 15 or 16. No. Solidly an 18 of 20. Crawdad is not the hero. I know I don't have a lot of verse. I don't have no verse, though. I guess people are just, like, super geared. I was doing 20 mil. How were the mechanics? They were good. They seemed to work good. I really liked Bellerin. There's a Phoenix boss that feels very neat. It assigns you a color, and then you handle mechanics based on the color that you're assigned. And it's nice because the raid is doing it. You don't have to figure out who's who. It's pretty clear what color you are. And, yeah. Makes you think on your feet a little bit, but not... It doesn't hurt your head too much. Yeah, the bird was my favorite one. By far. The dragons were annoying, but I think that was just because I was kind of over it by then. I'm just gonna wait here and I'm gonna kill this thing. We'll likely hit 999 verse today. All the grinding. Yeah, the things you're supposed to do match the colors, so it's very visually clear where you're supposed to be and what you can soak and what you cannot soak. It's really nice. It's very clear. Funny how Wowhead was like, you really want at least one healer for this raid, and then every group is just blasting through it even on Mythic. Yeah, I think it's Imanard that they want you to have a healer for, but there aren't that many. I mean, we have a few in this group, which is good. But I feel like there's not a... Like, healers are probably an endangered species in Remix to begin with, because generally speaking, if you don't need them, why would somebody gear one up and set one up properly just to be not needed? No worries about weak cores or add-ons? I'm not worried about it, but I wasn't using a whole lot of them to begin with. If anything, I have been using default raid frames for years and years. I've been healing through AOTC, through 10 and 20 keys and whatever with default frames, no problem. Happy with that. The new ones, they've like made some updates to them to try to bring them up to par so that, you know, to make them better. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the new ones as much. They seem really cluttered to me. I need to maybe get into the weeds of the settings if they will allow me to. I don't so much like them. Same thing with the new nameplates. Like, they're better than they were, but their behavior is a bit wonky still. I think it'll improve over time, and as we are continuing to mess with it, but it wasn't so much losing things, it was the things that I already used that were already Blizzard changing. Using default UI since the beginning. Yeah, the nameplates need a little bit more love. The raid frames need a little bit more love, especially for healing. They're doing a thing right now where they will show you out of range targets. Like, you know how on retail, I can see somebody's out of range because their frame just gets kind of like dimmed down? In beta, they put a big old eye with a cross through it graphic on every frame that is out of range. And it's incredibly distracting. The raid leader of the group I was in, who was also playing a Holy Priest, made the very good point that it draws your attention to the exact frames that you should not be paying attention to because they are not. You can't help them. It was really cluttered looking, so just needs some more work. Add-on thing mostly matters to DPS players that love min-maxing. I mean, you can still min-max. You're just using different tools to get there. Maybe the idea is for players to watch if they are out of the range of the healers. I think it just needs to be adjusted a bit. It worked perfectly fine here. I could even take it if that graphic was present, but like half the alpha on it. Yeah, we'll see. I think the add-ons thing is going to be a huge adjustment for a lot of people, but I think that after a patch or two, people are going to pretty much get used to it and forget. It's going to be a big talking point for a while, and then we're all going to move on, and no one's going to worry about it anymore. Not nobody. There's always going to be, like, people that will gripe about something until the end of time. And there will probably be some people that dislike it to the point that they quit and they move on and do other things with their lives, but I think, by and large, it's going to be kind of a non-issue. This is Remix. I am playing, and I'm doing alright over here. We're doing okay. I'm in a Mythic Antorus. Getting some bronze, getting a little extra power. Mainly I'm here because I want to get more of the special items that let you buy the special items. Going with the exhaust. Item level 740. So my gear is done. My versatility is only 164 though. My versatility is not super high. Here, we can do a couple more of these. I have maximum, infinite knowledge now, so I'm getting 125k per guy. There's 166. Ideal rings and necks and trinket? I think so. I've got the right combos. I've got a Touch of Malice. I've got 1 Volatile Magic. I have 2 Terror from Below. There's an extra Touch of Malice. I think that's exactly what they want me to have. And then I picked up a lot of speed and then some leech. Speed up to the speed cap and then some leech so I didn't get left behind. We did the secret to unlock the Fathom Dweller Mountain toy last weekend. Wasn't too bad. Nice. You got lucky. I had to grind. Who says I haven't been grinded? All you got is the infinite power grind. Yeah. I'll get whatever infinite power I happen to get while I'm getting everything else. The main thing I'm after at this point is bronze. Let's see if we do this on the first try. We have some healers. That should help. This should do it. Destroyed some rep tokens. I want them out of my bags. Turning in that pile of them earlier made me realize what a waste of time it is. Alright, Iminar. I didn't get picked for the first sleep, so that's good. Go behind people. Try not to hit things. Fail to not hit things. Oh, he's coming back. Someone did it already. And I'm dead. I did a much better job of that yesterday. Today, not so much. Our friend keeps posting his power. I think he's at 864 now, and I'm sitting here going, if I didn't have to work. Yeah. Having a life will get you. Pesky gainful employment. 11 or 12 days after hitting full 740 with every other slot to get the seal of the Nazjatar Empire. See, you know the pain. I feel like I got to 740 like 2 weeks ago too. Do you have any negative on Legion Remix? I know some collectors are pissed if you can't trade items. Do I have any negative, I'm assuming like thoughts or comments? What do I have? I'm annoyed that it's not clear which version of the achievement that I'm gonna need in order to get the housing stuff. That's about it. The nice thing about Remix for me is that there's a lot of different ways to get things done. So there's a lot of different ways to get things done. So if I don't want to do a thing, I could usually just skip it. Slightly bummed there's no chase items from the world. Remember the Pandaria fans. I do remember them. I can't say that I'm bummed that that's not the case again, though. It wasn't really like a high point for me. Gets in the way. I'm of an age where people are starting to say, "Now I'm retired." With all that power, I think he enjoys being godlike. Coming back to WoW after 3 or so years, Love and Legion Remix for getting back into the game. Yeah, it's fun. Sitting in the village, killing hundreds of yak people for hours. Nah. It's all fun in games if you don't have anything else that you want to do. Yeah, I don't miss chase items. I like that they separated out bronze. I like that there's a lot of different ways to get your goals done. There's a good amount of new stuff on the vendors, and there's apparently a good amount of stuff that I missed. Yeah, it seems fun. It seems like you can get most of the stuff for a reasonable time investment, but if you want to like really go ham, you can, you know, cap out your infinite power and do like feats of strength and stuff. It's free content. Oh no! Alright, well, I guess he'll get mailed to me. Oh! He levitated! He's back! Didn't fix this boss, he still falls down. I mean, he bounced right back up like a pogo stick for me. That was kind of nice. I've never seen him do that before. Sort of convenient. This is not awful for bronze. Not great though. Leveling probably is faster. Reading a thread where people were reminiscing about 2004 and skipping school to play WoW. Did you ever do that? Skipping school to play WoW. I didn't start playing WoW until my last year or two of high school, really. I must have. Maybe I didn't. I was a big goody two-shoes. I was not a rule breaker. You would not catch me playing hooky, generally. Truancy was not a big thing. I think I maybe cut a couple of classes in high school with my friends, but, like, we wouldn't play games. We would just go, like, lay on a hill and look at the sky and, I don't know, talk about our angsty teenage feelings. Yeah, there was band practice. For sure. Concert band and jazz band and private lessons and all that. However, when I went to university for my one ill-fated semester, I probably played quite a bit of WoW when I was meant to be in class. Because, like, as soon as you missed the first bus, you may as well give up on getting to school. Like, if you didn't make the first bus, or, like, if your bus connections got missed, you were just doomed anyway. It was going to take another 2.5 hours to get there. So, you would just give up and go home and just do something else instead. I didn't drive, and I lived pretty far from campus, and it was murder trying to actually get there. It was a mess. Do not recommend. 50 to 60 school days every year, be it because I was sick or because I wasn't sick. Waking up just late enough to make it not worth it. Yeah. I feel like that's still the feeling that I get the worst nightmares about, is that feeling of I'm so far behind that I will never catch up and I may as well just give up. I've already missed blank. It's over for me. Like I would get that feeling very early into being behind in anything if I felt like if I wasn't right on top of it, I was just doomed. On fire, thanks for the brand new preps. Appreciate it. Shame you didn't make it into student housing. I couldn't afford it. I had a better I managed to get like cheap rent on like a basement suite kind of far from campus, and student housing was like weirdly expensive. And I was like fully on student loans. And at the time I thought I was gonna do more than just the one semester. 66 years old, still have dreams like that and feelings like that, not to be discouraging or anything. Yeah, I think nowadays I have feelings like that, or like I'll have recurrent dreams about like waking up and I'm still in high school at the age of 33, and I just need to decide that I'm either going to graduate or not, and because I'm going to do this YouTube thing. And I think that dream has something to do with feeling behind, like feeling like I should be doing more on YouTube. Like this idea that like I'm still in school but I'm not doing my assignments and I'm never gonna catch up or be like on top of things. Dreams about forgetting that homework is due, panic trying to get it done. Still has dreams at 43. It's funny to me that my high school like nightmares, I age up in them. Like in the nightmare I am 33 or 32 or whatever that I am now. I think I'm 33. I'm 33 and still in high school, like still just about to graduate, but I need like 3 more credits. But like it's been 15 years. Maybe I should give up by now. Maybe I should just move on with the rest of my life. You know, maybe we don't go to class. Maybe we just walk home. Still that homework feeling due about work. Sometimes I have to work on the weekend to settle myself. There's always something, isn't there?
It is time.
This year is my high school 20th. Oh man. Always thought about what I'd already missed and decided way too quickly that I was doomed. That flavor of anxiety dream has morphed over the years. Okay. We got our... Yeah, we got 20 of each of these guys, so that's good. I'm on fire, but we can just... go. Be pretty. See if I can Nosfer's Vetra out of here. Real fun ones are where I can't find Kiddo. Oh man. That sounds awful. I feel like that would ruin me. I have dreams about like losing my dog. And, or like he gets loose where he shouldn't be and I'm trying to collect him and I can't quite get to him and he won't come back to me. Okay, how are we doing on bronze? Up to 70k there. How do you remember your dreams? I never do. Different people are just more or less prone to it, I think. I also tend to remember a lot more dreams when I'm sleeping poorly and I'm waking up a lot of times, like, while I'm sleeping. Because I tend to remember them more when I'm, like, half awake and half asleep. I have the nightmare where I can't find my car, just wandering around some random city. I always used to worry that if I ever had cats or dogs, I would forget to feed them. That one has never occurred to me, mainly because my dog and my cat, if you forget to feed them, they will talk to you about it. They will ask to speak to the manager. You can't get away with that for very long. Kira takes the yelling approach where she will sit in front of her bowl and she will go meow, and she'll just like, you know, turn on the siren until someone does something about it. And then Moose has a much quieter and more guilt-laden approach where he will find you and he will just put his chin on your thigh and he will look up at you and he will fix you with the most meaningful gaze until you're like, what do you want? Oh, I know what you want. And then you'll help him out. But like he just stares at you being like, when am I gonna eat again? But when you wake up in your sleep cycle, yeah. My partner snores, and I wear earplugs so I can sleep pretty well, but in the morning time, they tend to fall out, and then I'll wake up, and then I'll try to put them back in and go back to sleep, but it doesn't always work out. Kitty will come up in my face and meow at me constantly. Do you think the prey system in Midnight should have a different version for priests, where instead of killing the target, you convert them to the light, and the system would be called prey? Oh dear. Okay, I think I'm getting my Taishalok and I'm getting my Scythe because we can afford both of them and that's the only thing those are for. So one of each, please. Thank you. That'll be my bronze for the day. 3 uncollected appearances. Different colors? Yeah, red and blue and fancy and less fancy. And then we get Taishalok. 2 appearances, sounds like. Yeah, the one-hander and the two-hander. Alright, well that's good. Nice to have that wrapped up. I'm so close rep-wise. Heard good things about Loops earplugs. Loops are great, not for sleeping. Taishalok and a Scythe on your first try. Grats. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh hey, we get some more power. From our daily clear here. That puts me up to 172% verse. Oh, 174. Small Taishalok is too cute. Alright, begs the question of now what do I want to do? I've got an hour. I will get more Orgustian Reach rep, I guess, tomorrow when there's more world quests. I think I want to do for bronze, because I need so much bronze for everything. I think we're going to try and do this. Mythic Legion Remix Dungeon here. So let's go do Arcway. I think I can sell all this stuff just fine. Let's go see how fast this goes. We'll go Dungeon Difficulty Mythic. How good it feels and how much the bronze is for like filling in the gaps here. Oh, Danny, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. Nice kick off to the weekend. Hi, Hazel. Hello. We're playing Remix today. We're noodling around trying to get bronze. Get bronze, get good. I just got my Scythe and my Taishalok. We're excited to have that done at least. Hi, how you doing? Hope everything's going alright with you guys. Arcway is somewhere in this zone. I didn't do a lot of it. It wasn't my favorite dungeon. That's Court of Stars. Oh, it's like down kind of by Nighthold, right? I think. Let's go to Nighthold, and I feel like there's a dungeon entrance down there somewhere. I feel like I've accidentally run to the Arcway in the meantime. Anything in the anniversary stuff? No. Nothing that I really care about. I got the new set. I got the new title. Bada bing, bada boom. Fell Soul Hold? No idea. Sounds true. Feels like I'm running the wrong way. Arcway is by Nighthold. Court of Stars is the middle of the city. Should probably play more Linux for the stuff I want. Can't get the motivation right now. Yeah, I want to do... I just know there's like big stuff coming to retail so soon that I want to get this, if not done, closer to done. My brain instantly started to rewrite Get Low into Get Bronze, and it kind of slapped in my head. Whatever keeps you grinding. Okay, yeah. My thing says I need another 971k. I'm starting to think I'm not gonna get that much today. Maybe, just maybe, it won't be quite close enough. Yeah, I think this is the Arcway entrance. Have you discovered the fastest way to get bronze? It's probably alt leveling. I think that's probably it. Filling in achievements if you haven't done them yet on your main is pretty good too. Stocking up on bronze for the housing decor that's coming. But you leveling an alt to 80 gets you like a pretty solid chunk of bronze. And it can be done pretty fast too. Centinax farming. How do you get the new outfit for the anniversary? It is on one of the vendors. On that platform, yep, up there. As you walk in, they're on the left, and it's like something about a watcher set. You just buy it for Time Warp badges. It's not a big deal. We're about to learn how badly I don't know my way around the Archway, by the way. I guess I'm going this way. Wardens have some cool owl statues. Look cool for Night Elf decor. And I think for that all you had to do was get exalted with the Wardens, based on the article I was looking at. Don't worry about the Archway. It changes the path allowed. It changes the path allowed. I don't know if all my neurons are firing. It sounds like poetry. It's like a third of a haiku. We're just gonna walk around. I know that people do this in like 5 minutes. You go in different doors are unlocked. So it changes the path. Oh, okay. I think I gotcha. Kind of like Waycrest Manor. Not really enjoying Heroic Tier because I die so fast. Stuff's doing so much damage. Don't know if I'm doing something wrong. You're probably just not geared enough yet. I didn't start feeling comfy in Heroic World Tier until like 680-ish. And then after 700, it started to feel much better. But even at 740 with like 150 verse or whatever, I was still... Like, the rare elites still really get me. Takes some doing. Taliesin has sent his regards despite seeing 2 streams at once. Sometimes in Archway you go left, sometimes you go right. Went to Heroic World Tier at level 40. It was hard but fun. I know a lot of people really enjoyed leveling with that challenge. After 740, I just sneeze and a world boss far away dies. This is, I guess, not the way out. Where is it? I see the stairs. How did you gear? Is everyone doing dungeons and raids? I largely geared in raids. You can gear through a lot of different methods. You're going to get gear from these Mode of Broken Time, and those drop from... You can get them from questing, you can get them from your Infinite Research dailies, you'll get them in dungeons and raids. So there's lots of different ways to do it. I mainly just did my raid clears every day. You can do all difficulties of raids every day if you like, and that'll get you plenty of stuff. So aside from this, I also need Maw of Souls, Blackrook Hold, Darkheart Thicket, Neltharion's Lair, and... Violet Hold. That's the other one I need. We'll see how much bronze I get for doing this. I think it'll probably be pretty good. Seen this for sure, just keep on doing the save. Yeah, it'll come with time. Aside from the dungeons, I'm not sure if there's any other achievements that I really want to do and worry about for... We did all the raids. Infinite Knowledge is still capped at 36. Almost forgot congrats on the Kaiveza fight. Thank you. Where's our boss down? Because I'm trying to plan for after I'm done my Mythic Zero World Tour. What am I actually going to do for the rest of my bronze? I could wait and see what the catch-up is like in the last phase. I could just keep doing my raids every day. I could do more raids every day. It would be a lot of stuff sent to Nax Farm. I don't really remember how that works. It does not sound fun. Whatever it is has to feel not awful. Over 100k every 30 minutes. I don't know. What do you have to do? Is it just mob grinding? There's this one. You open a bunch of portals and farm endless mobs coming out of them. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Bronze seemed like free up until this point because I was working at other stuff. I remember while I was doing my item level felt like the most important thing, so I was super motivated to do all these raids and stuff to get my item level up. Now that my item level is done, I'm not all that worried about infinite power. If I was, it would be easier. Like, if I really wanted to grind my infinite power, I would just do, like, a ton of raids. I would be getting that, and I would be getting bronze along the way, and that would probably get me enough bronze for everything else. But I'm not that worried about it, because it's not like I'm going to get to keep my infinite power at the end of Remix. I don't really need the achievement or anything. I've kind of accepted that I'm never going to be of any help in a raid group. A lot of bronze doing mythic keys, haven't tested it. Boring but efficient, yeah. Spam Moonfire works for me. I haven't really done a lot of keys. Can solo mythic plus 22s. Want to try soloing a 40, so I've been running the raids daily to pump IP. Nice. Don't mind me just running the wrong way. I mean, I'm up 3k just for the bosses and stuff in here. Maybe a little bit more. The main thing I want in here is just the achievement for having finished it. Just haven't done this one yet. I wonder if I'm gonna have to do the phase. I might. Kill it! Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He still ported me, but he's dead. Max power. I've got all the Mog Pets mounts. Not sure if I'm gonna keep playing. Yeah. If I were you, I would just check back in a couple of weeks when they add the last phase to see if there's anything that you want that they added in terms of like housing stuff. You're probably all set. You're probably good to go. So we got a greater bronze cache, 12.5k for this dungeon. That is worth it for doing each of these. We'll go finish the rest of them. Mauve, Souls, Blackrock Hold, Darkheart Thicket, Nelth Lair. Oh, Halls of Valor too. Part of me wants to do a night hold while I'm already here, but it's not that fast. It would be good for infinite power. It would be only okay for bronze. I may die, but if you want my loot, you're gonna work for it. Get a chunk of bronze for finishing the Mythic Zero the first time on each alt. I bet you do. I think you can repeat those achievements. I could be wrong though. Maybe somebody's tried it. So, Mauve Souls is out there. Blackrock Hold is up here. Darkheart Thicket. Nelth Lair. Yeah. I already did Eye of Ashara and Vault of the Warden, so as soon as the only zone I really don't need to worry about here. This won't get me the rest of the bronze that I need, but it will get me a pretty solid chunk. Let's go do Halls of Valor. Oh yeah, I gotta remember I have these bronze Drake treats. I could get 1500 rep with every faction if I do the Kirin Tor Emissary. But that's not going to be quite enough to get me through Argosian Reach. Boo. I guess I could do, if I really wanted to finish that, I could do some of the questing, but like, ooh. I don't know about all that. How about Tour Argus? That's just for a lesser bronze cache. 25 of these is also for a minor bronze cache. Okay, that's just a little baby one. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I only have 12 of 25. I'm only halfway there. And we have none of the lost treasures hidden throughout Arcus, so that's not exactly coming along. Move the treats onto your Drake's Bar. They're right here. They're on my Drake's Bar. On the button you normally use. What's the button that I normally use? I don't normally have Drake treats. You're special. I think I'm just being obtuse. So, Halls of Valor is left. I'm so used to running right. We're going left. Almost done a world quest. Wowhead article on how to do those treasures because they kind of suck. Yeah. Oh, one you normally tap to renew vigor in flight. Oh. I feel like at my level of gear, I know I'm at 174 IP. It's not nothing. I feel like I should be closer to one-shotting these things by now, and I'm a tiny bit offended that I'm not. Maybe that's why I should grind infinite power, so I can take revenge on all of these mobs that are not dying quickly enough for my liking. Yeah, it sounds like I'm not going to do the Argus treasures. They seem annoying. Especially if I can finish the meta just with the rep instead. Kind of surprised my multi-shot hit that guy. I was all excited about my plan to just run to the side and skip him. Do you guys remember to use your remix time cooldown? Because I was all about it for the first, like, 2 weeks of remix, and then I just completely forgot. It's been on my bar in the same spot the whole time. I just wait for my cooldowns to come back the old-fashioned way. Found leveling tunes to be the least annoying way to get bronze, but I also just like to level. I think I might agree. If I needed more alts for something in particular, and I didn't feel like I was just going to kind of clog up my login screen with them. I do know that obviously I could delete them, you know, nothing says you have to keep the alt. Almost never worth the time to channel it. Ooh. Did you do the turbo boost for your crafted items? No, not at all. After I killed Kaiveza, I figured there's nothing else I need any more power for. I've been doing Undermine for Mechanica and lists, and I've been sort of doing piggling caches? Wriggling pinnacle caches. No piglings. Yeah, and if I was gonna do turbo boost, it was gonna be to set myself up for Kaiveza, and after I didn't do that, I think that window's closed. 6 more Mechanica for the final mount. That is so close. I'm so jealous. You've done so many. I think our boy's on the far side here. Best guide maker. Oh, that shucks. Faster leveling in midnight. Yeah, I don't think the time balances out. I don't think the time it takes to like do the normal raid balance saves the like matches up to the time that you would save from having like a slightly better item level in one slot. You asked that question immediately after I used my remix time, but I mostly use it to get my movement speed ability back. Pickling caches, open them to get pickling supplies. Surprisingly expensive. You think of home canning as being like a cheap and thrifty thing to do, and then you look at all the jars and the lids and stuff, and you're like, what is all this? Why is it so much money? Could use some free pickling caches. I don't know what I'm gonna pickle yet, but something. Almost out of water. I should probably refill it. I've got another 45 minutes left to do here. If it's just like 15 or 20, I usually just deal, but I have to stay hydrated. If I get too dry, I start to shrivel up like a raisin. There's no more thinking juice left. I had some logic about doing that side being fastest because then you get your movement speed in the area where you can't mount. Out of pickle brain. I want to make some sauce. I want to ferment some sauce, and I want to make hot sauce, and I want to make tomato sauce, and I want to grow some peppers and tomatoes so I have lots of supplies for my sauce. I also want to grow squash because people say it's fun. And I want to grow peas because I want to eat them. And I want to grow... What else do I want to grow? Pumpkin! Lemon's not so much in my climate. Recommend onions. Easy to grow, tastes better from the garden. Onions are something I can actually buy cheap though. I just buy like medium yellow onions in the biggest bag I can and I just use them as a base for like all kinds of stuff. Don't grow honey nut squash. Oh, I want lots of honey nut squash though because I feel like they would keep and I could use them for soups all winter. Those are winter squash. I want to grow summer squash and winter squash. One plant gave me around 30. Honey nut squash is best. I want a garden so bad. And I have space now. It's just, the problem is that it's November. It's not gardening time right now. I need to write up my schedule. I need to figure out when I'm starting things. Onions to eat voluntarily? Not because every place puts them in everything by default? I use them to start a lot of recipes. I don't eat them raw. But I'll dice them up and I'll saute them usually with garlic and like some spices. And that'll be a base for like my soups, for my stews, for my chili, for my curries. It's good stuff. Use AI. Fully mapped out my garden, optimized everything. No thank you. If you do onions from seeds, you gotta start them super early. You use starts, right? There's like a funny word for it. Like January, yeah. I want to start my tomatoes and my peppers from seed. I do not, and maybe some marigolds and maybe some other like annual flowers that I can get a head start on, but other stuff I think I might just plant straight into the garden. Anything that's finicky to transplant, I'm going to try to just plant in directly and see how that goes. You do not get invaded by law enforcement if you start it with ginger and spices. Onions are best left for the farmers. What did onions do to you, man? What happened? They're nice. I have goggles to stop them from hurting me. Garlic is fun to grow. Garlic I have in the ground already. I have my hardneck garlic in the ground. I put that in like September, October. I just found like a random corner and I just dug it up and mixed in some compost and chucked some garlic in there because I was like, I want to garden something! Please! If I have to put on goggles to cook, I just won't bother. Oh, but I look so cool. They're like lime green plastic goggles with like foam. They're kind of like swim goggles, but not as intense. But they're great because they let me not cry and be in pain while I'm slicing up onions. And I slice up onions most days. I blame my mom. She used to make hamburger patties with chunky onion bits embedded in them and it ruined me for the rest of life. Aw. Onion sets. Yeah, that's right. I'm excited to do peppers and tomatoes. Peppers are more of a nostalgia thing than even like, I want to make hot sauce, but I got into pepper growing as like a random hobby in my early 20s, and I miss it. It was really fun. I spent a few years without having enough sun to do it, And now I have the sun again. Make your own salsa? Could do. Any particular tomato varieties? I have to do at least 1 or 2 plants of cherry tomatoes because I need those to snack on to sustain my life force. You gobble those like candy. And then I wanted to do like sauce tomatoes. So you get like Roma varieties that are like low juice and seeds and just like high pulp that you can use for like, because I would love to make tomato sauce. I would also love to can some tomatoes, like crushed tomatoes, because I also go through a lot of canned crushed tomatoes. I put them again into soups, stews, curries, chilies, etc. So I think it would be cool to grow some of those and actually preserve them myself. Not cheaper, but it might be kind of fun. Also, I think a lot of the cost investment will be the first year when I'm getting the jars. You have to replace the lids every year, but you can keep the jars at least. And then I don't know what peppers I'm going to do. They're going to make me pick this thing up, aren't they? Mom swears by Jetstar tomatoes for jarred tomatoes to make into soups. I was also thinking about maybe looking into heirloom type tomatoes and open pollinated things that I can save seeds from. Or like not just tomatoes, but in as many things. Like if I can do heirloom stuff where I can save seeds that will grow true to type without getting too deep into the genetics of it all, it would be cool to be able to save some of my own seeds year to year. I would enjoy that, I think. Bell pepper is easy to grow? Depends on your climate. I want to grow hot peppers. I don't like bell peppers. I don't know what they did to me, but I don't like them. I don't like dislike them. I just think they're a waste of time. I don't think they're gross. I'm just eating one and I'm like, what's the point? Why are we doing this? Oh, yep. Yep. Hot peppers at least have a plan. Did your mom make green pepper for you? No. No, I'm not going for like weaponizable bioweapon levels of pepper heat. I want something that's gonna make like a tasty but spicy hot sauce. I'll do some research. I also want to buy from local seed companies. I was looking around and there are plenty of Canadian seed companies, and even more than that, there's farms in British Columbia, there's farms in the island. If I can keep my business on the island, I would love to do that. That's kind of my, not a project, but something I've been keeping in mind this year as I've been getting like new stuff for the house and whatever, is trying to find the most local version of everything possible to buy so that I can try and help my hyper local economy as best as I can. Stuffed bell peppers, great for eating dips. Paul Robeson is my favorite slicing tomato variety, if you're a fan of those too. Yeah, this is just going to be the first year. My first year, I think I'm just going to throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what sticks and see what goes well and what doesn't, with like not that much overthinking it. Because sometimes you just got to do stuff. Live in a weird ecosystem, and we have a local nursery that I love to go to. In Victoria, there used to be people that would start seeds and then sell them just like on the curb in front of their house with like an honor system jar. And I used to scrounge change, which was hard because who has cash, and shop from those. I like kind of memorized where all the different garden stands were, and I would shop from those for like my plant starts and stuff. Okay, so that was good. Got another 12.5k bronze. Okay, should we do maybe Mauve Souls? Will anybody here teleport me out actually? Why did Illidan tell me in a world quest that a powerful Legion commander is causing chaos in Argus with his terrible power? And when I go to check it, it's a ferret-looking thing called the Muffin Thief. That is a tribute NPC to Jeremy Fiesel, who was the pet battle dev, or was a dev well known for his work on pet battles for a long time. I interviewed him once. There's an old YouTube video of me interviewing him. Old McHazel had a farm. Yeah. I remember because he wore sandals, and people in the comments, for whatever reason, this is YouTube, so who knows, but for whatever reason, were like upset that he had sandals and not like socks and shoes on for some reason. when I didn't notice at all, it like wasn't a thing. You know, it's like whatever. You know, he's not naked. He's just got open toes on. What's the problem? But people were like mad about it. Anyway, it was a good interview. I remember they talked about chickens wearing hats. It was probably the only good interview I ever did. They were a mess after that. Where is Mob Souls, by the way? Isn't it like over here somewhere? How dare you be comfortable? Yeah. I don't know. People online just get fixed on the weirdest things. Let the Panera's grippers out in peace. I don't see it on the map. I don't remember where this is. It's like around here somewhere. In here? This looks promising. No, that's just a boat. In here. Oh, kitty. Hi, baby girl. How you doing? How are you? Happy Friday. This should be a nice fast one. Relatively speaking, anyway. We're at 41k bronze. I feel like the last million bronze is going to feel like it takes forever because I'm going to think, oh man, if I just do one thing, it'll be done. And that's not how this works. I don't know if I've ever heard feet called grippers. I don't have a pet. What do you mean? His name is Philip, and he stole my muffin. I put the muffin. Oh, there's a story. Okay, I missed the beginning of it. My cousin-in-law once stole a muffin from me, and I haven't forgotten it. And it's been 25 years now. I put the muffin on a plate, and if the muffin is on the plate, it is claimed. I agree. Turned around to pour milk, and I see him eating it. Do you remember what kind of muffin it was? I'm curious to know how deep your muffin thief memory goes. Also, this sounds extremely like a Seinfeld bit. But Jerry, it was 25 years ago. I don't care. Once the muffin's on a plate. I'm kidding. The opening to the spooky Mormon hell dream in the Book of Mormon. It was an apple cinnamon muffin, and it was my favorite kind. Aww. Bizarrely makes me want to make you apple cinnamon muffins. It's terrible. I would also be upset. Kitty. She's headbutting my my mouse hand elbow. You're so cute. This goes into my Book of Grudges. Do you have any other like notable listings in your Book of Grudges? I try to let mine go. Because most of my grudges are not based on actual grievances. Most of them are just based on my own like projections and insecurities. So I usually try to just kind of let them be. Philip later became a Legion commander with terrible power in Argus. His power is so great. Illidan asked us to take care of him. Oh, it's a reference to Warhammer Dwarves. Oh, I thought you were doing like a Mean Girls thing. One time Hazel was late to stream, that's in my book. What, the one time? I feel like I'm about 5 minutes late almost every day. To the point that it's more or less my new start time. It's the Mean Girls Warhammer crossover we need. Hi! You need more attention. Because I agree. I agree. Ironically, Helya is kind of a redeemed anti-hero. Not a villain, as Legion would make her out to be. I always liked her dress. She was doing like the ship netting as clothing well before well before the swimwear industry caught on. Odin is like super hated these days. Is he? I mean, I'll take your word for it because it's not like I pay attention, but it's really funny hearing it said like that. Oh yeah, these days Odin, nope, no good. Can't invite him to your birthday party. Odin's been canceled. Did you hear what he did? Good. Another greater bronze cache for us. Did you hear what he did to Helya? How could he? Those poor storm drakes. Yikes. Scrap some of our gear. Scrapping doesn't really give you all that much bronze. It's a bit disappointing. It's like 100 bronze per batch of stuff. Cutscene at the end of Dragonflight where the Ice Dragon freed the Storm Drakes from Odin. Is there another quest item picked up yet? I keep trying to pick this one up. Just give it to me. There we go. Well, we got 4 more of these left. I feel like I should, if I only have so much time, I feel like I should do another mythic raid. Let's go do Tomb of Sargeras. Like Dragonflight a lot? Dragonflight feels like a fever dream. Dragonflight came and went so fast for me. I liked a lot of the content farming, like the cosmetics and stuff. I enjoyed working on the achievement a lot. That was really cool. I'm sure things were happening in the world. When did Dragonflight come out? Dragonflight came out November 28th. So it came out in 2022. And The War Within came out in 2024. So that was kind of the Dragonflight window. Yeah, that's right, because it came out after I was already moved back to Canada. Tomb of Sargeras. I think. Low stakes expansion where we just had fun with silly dragons. The keys I feel like were really fun. I feel like I enjoyed Mythic Plus in Dragonflight a lot. What if this is how we farm bronze? We just fly through it and we get 1 bronze per node. Wow. So exciting. Big Zeralik Caverns flashbacks. At least the Druid Monk for Avarice looked cool. Avarice as a raid had great fights. The Zeralik Caverns as a zone sucked. The rares had awful timers. The hourly invasion event was kind of a nothing burger. Not my favorite zone. You especially like the legendaries in Dragonflight. Oh, that's right. Remember Alcathar Academy? Was it go to the corner? Oh man, healing Alcathar Academy was a tough point in my life. You killed Treemouth? Clever meat. I miss being called clever meat. It was a flattering. Give us Niffin, win for me. Ruby Life Pool, second boss hurt. That's the reason I was afraid of the War Within being underground, because I did not vibe with that zone. Yeah. They've given us a few cave zones at this point. It's not our first rodeo. Why would I think anything legendary for druids would be in the Emerald Dream Zone? Oh man, silly you. Never did see that null boss again after they said it wouldn't be the end. That dungeon was painful. Siren Owl was a thing and it wasn't even that long ago. Oh, then you like the Sniffin' Seeks? I feel like those were kind of a very early proto-delve, and they kind of made me nervous for delves, because when they talked about delves having like puzzles and stuff, but also like scaling a difficulty and being meaningful content, it was like, what do you mean? Like hard Sniffin' Seeks? That sounds awful. The Niffin were cute. The actual characters and their accents were adorable. And they sound nothing like me. One sniff and seek thing with Mr. Sunflower, the deranged spider guy trying to reform bad guys. To be fair, druids almost doubled their druid forms that patch. Why would they sound like you? That's what I'm saying, they don't. They don't and they never did. I want to delete my rev tokens, but I don't want to accidentally try to trade them to anybody. You can't trade them, but it wouldn't stop it from opening a trade window and embarrassing me. Yes. Every now and then I make a piece of transmog and it gives me like a new appearance that I didn't have yet. It's funny. Never got the koi fish from that raid. Any advice if I should buy the Midnight X back at this time or wait until a sale? I'm not expecting any big discounts on it anytime soon. If you want to play it at launch, I would go for it. Oh, that guy popped, didn't he? Nah, you can't trade in Lamix. Use the rep tokens and overflow the rep easier than deleting? Maybe. Yeah, this is gonna be nice and fast. I could see a world where we do just like a mythic raid world tour. Maybe not every day, but is it worth it though? I guess I would have to see how long it takes and how much bronze you get. Because today's Friday. I need to make sure I have time this week to do some chat lists. I have 14 of them more to go, and I bet I could do them all this week if we really like get all the alts through it. And maybe get all the alts through and then maybe like farm one bonus list or something. Although by the time that it's time to farm the bonus list, I could probably just wait a day and get another free one. I'm gonna have to buy my Chet pack and then I'm gonna make a transmog that matches it, because after all that work, we're gonna have to put the title on in the back piece. We just have to. It'll be my most prestigious achievement. And then any extra chat lists we can just turn in for rep. Am I helping? No. No, I'm not. Silly me. Why would I think I would be helping? I guess I'm glad it's a nice fast group. Does it bother you that there is an achievement that is login during the end of Remix? I didn't know about that. What is it? What's the time frame? During the final phase of Remix or literally on the last day? Has it been discovered how to get Employee of the Month? I don't think definitively. I've heard murmurings, but then they all kind of dry up. Last month or so. That doesn't seem so bad. I don't think that bothers me. Shouldn't be a big deal. I'm also imagining that they're not going to put anything like crazy prestigious on that achievement, if I had to guess. Not a huge loss if you don't do it. Aw, thanks for the bits. Appreciate it, Cinnaball. Black Friday is next Friday. Is it not now? Oh, I thought it was now. I guess I've seen some Black Friday like sales and it's Friday now, and my Thanksgiving was like months ago. Or a month ago, so I kind of figured it was today. Next Friday, alright. Planning to buy a carpet cleaner. Oh. Like a spot cleaning one or like a big one? Black Friday sales are up now in Australia. They're up now here too in Canada, and I kind of hate that we've adopted an extra retail holiday just for the hell of it. Red Star, I can't tell if you're making a joke or not. If it's a joke about questions that presuppose like a bit of a wild level of previous requirements that are not met, it's pretty funny. Sears? You still have Sears? I feel like Sears died. I think Sears is gone. What is a MetaQuest? It sounds like a VR headset. I think we're joking because I don't, not only do I not have any VR headset, but I don't think I've ever given anyone any reason to believe that I would. Mostly when we talk about VR headsets, I end up saying something about being too prone to motion sickness. Was asking you own one. I do not, no. Oh, sorry. I thought you were stating that I owned one, and it was funny because I don't. I've never owned any VR headset. Why do you hate VR? It doesn't seem to offer me anything except for nausea. Got new glasses at the glasses store. They had AI glasses with a camera and some sort of AI integration. Lovely. That's where I want artificial intelligence, is near my vision. Here we go. I need to get new glasses. Great, one more set of batteries I have to charge. I'm assuming you didn't get them. I have Quest 2, never really used it much. Love having the worst technological development in recent years on my face. For a long time, I used to be a fairly early adopter, you know, within reason, of various new consumer tech devices, and I've given that up now. It no longer excites me. I am now a late adopter and more of an unadopter. I'm trying to actively get rid of and get more stuff off of me. I used to wear a smartwatch for years, and now I only put it on whenever I know I'm going to need to tell the time because my clock is broken. I need to get a new clock for my living room, and I don't want to be late for stream. Isara, thank you for the 50-month resub. Appreciate it. I did not get the AI glasses. Yeah, I want to be a tech abandoner. If it was fiscally possible for me to just live in the woods without a job and do fine, we would probably do that. But instead we find the minimum amount of technology that we can live with while still having this as a job. My car died a couple months ago. My new car has all sorts of features that I don't understand or use. A tech abandoner is called a prepper. Can't you just be like a nice lady with a garden? Nothing says that doomsday is coming, although a few things do say doomsday is coming. But like nothing, you know, I don't need a bunker. I don't think. Right, guys? Yeah. Yeah, like a Luddite, but non-derogatory. Your tech was useful, now it is anti-useful. You might need a bunker. If we get to a point where I need a bunker, I'm better off just not not worrying about it. I always said, if the actual zombie apocalypse happens, just take me out real early. I don't want to live through that. That's awful. Island off the mainland bunker would be just one more layer of protection. If I need a bunker, I'm giving up. Precisely. Yeah, the Argus raid is already out in Remix. We did it earlier today. See if I can survive this. My trouble is that I'll do a couple of them and then I get bored and I stop. And I just assume it's over forever and then they catch me off guard. Yep, like this. Exactly like that. That is precisely what happens to me. Good stuff. New tech feels hostile. Yeah, you gotta have accounts pay for features that would have been free 6 months after you buy it. They redesign everything. Discontinue the service, make a new account and a new service. Yeah. I hate dealing with stuff now because I immediately like either need an account or I had an account and I have to find it. I'm already mad whenever I have to log into something that I don't feel like I should have to log into. Like, why do I need an account to update my drivers? It makes me insane. I get so mad. Other pet peeves include my computer installing and running things that I did not ask it to for the sake of advertising to me. Hate that. What did I... Not good. And then, of course, the new thing is AI tools being put into everything, whether they're, you know, regardless of whether or not they're useful or ethical. Just, here you go, have at it. Good luck. Hate those knockback balls in Mythic. Alright, we got some more, infinite power at least. And, you know, some bronze for all of that. Oh, sure, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. It's a meme at this point, but you should switch to Linux. Did years ago, none of those issues. Yeah. On Linux, I love it. There's always going to be some weird thing that I'm going to have to log into that's not available for something like that. I couldn't tell you exactly what, but there's going to be some event where they're going to want me to log into some proprietary tool that they only design for Windows. There's stuff like that just happens. I hate that we can't turn off the AI integration. Yeah, not a huge fan. PewDiePie did it, so can you. What am I waiting for anyway? I was trying to. I had another thought, but it's gone. It's leaving. It's drizzling out of my brain. If you're willing to dissect the registry in the system, you can pull a lot of that out. Yeah, I'm not really willing to dissect anything. I think part of the problem is that I used to be willing to go through some amount of like inconvenience in setup because I wanted whatever the product was that they were selling. I wanted to be, you know, online. I wanted to post things. I wanted to see stuff online. And now I just want all of it to go away and leave me alone. So whenever I have to interact with something because like my hydro bill needs like a account or whatever. I mean, that's an extreme example, but like whenever I have to interact with something, maybe I have a meeting and I need to get like the new meeting software installed, I'm immediately mad because I didn't really want to be there in the first place. It just seems like complicated ways of delivering me bad news. I end up like avoiding my phone and other devices habitually, because it's just never anything good. It's 11:51. I have 75k bronze. We did kind of sort of okay today. Oh, you know what? We actually did pretty good today because I already spent 60k. So we got over 100k today. Keep a password notebook. Yeah, I do too. I refuse to reuse passwords because I don't trust anybody's security, so I use different passwords for every single thing because if any of them are hacked, I don't want them to get the rest of them. But it means that I have a notebook. That part's not too bad because at least I can keep track of where that is. I stopped using Google Docs for writing up documents and scripts and stuff. I went back to a local word processor because I got the ick about keeping them with Google. Like, I know all my stuff is getting scraped anyways, but I don't think like any of the content in it is getting leaked or anything like that, but I don't know. I don't want to give my documents anymore. I'll write them in my stupid LibreOffice writer, which is laggy, but at least it works. I'm this close to just getting a typewriter. Oh dear. Google started training their AI on Gmail recently. They said something about how they only train their AI on Google Docs on the public ones and not the private ones, but I guess I just don't trust them. Like Obsidian for taking notes. My needs are pretty, like, I don't need to share my stuff with anyone. I just need a word processor where I can write up a bunch of notes and make, like, script out a video or script out an outline of what I want to say in something. That's all I need. I'm not working with a team or anything, so I can use a regular word processor, but I used to like having it backed up in the cloud, and I don't want it anymore. Well, let's do one more quest. Let's do... These say there... Oh no, that one says it's Argosian Ridge. Let's try that one. First started working at my job, they still had an actual typewriter and the payroll clerk was typing out checks on it in 2016. Oh, hell yeah. Proton Mail, pretty good. Privacy-minded too. Have your carrier pigeons ready to privately send messages. I mean, in my dream world, no one needs to contact me, and I don't need to contact anyone else, you know? But, we haven't quite achieved hermitdom yet. Nearly! Good chunk of the way there. Done with Remix, bought everything, unlocked all transmogs, and now what? Oh, you did it! You're done! You're free! Take a nice little break. Find something else that seems fun to work on. It'd be really nice if this one gave me an Argosian Reach token. I would like that a lot. Need to free some spirits here. Argosy. It's kind of funny to me too. I don't know how else to say it. I'd go Argosian. Do they want Argusian? Not played WoW in ages. I logged into my account. The last character I made was level 5 Tauren Paladin named Excalibur. Disappointed with Adobe. We've been trying to find alternatives for those programs. Yeah. I feel like I would have a harder time getting off Adobe than I would have getting off of whatchamacallit, Windows, because Adobe's really all I know how to use, and there's a lot to be said for understanding how to get your tools to do what you want them to do. You can teach an old dog new tricks, but oh boy, it takes a minute. Typewritten documents safe from AI because most typewriter fonts are still copyrighted. Companies can't train their character recognition on them. We get a token? We did get a token. That's nice. There we go. I just need another tiny bit. I would finish this if I did this character emissary. Is there any more of these that have that one? Let's do that one. Let's figure out how to get up there anyway. Some parts of replaying Legion were super nostalgic for me, but I can't say I missed Argus much. Running around here is not really bringing it back. It is reminding me that I still, to this day, want to fish for the pond nettle. Still don't have it. Never got it. Does the flight whistle work? Do you guys have a flight whistle in Remix? I don't know if I got one. Did I get one? No more than 3 colors on the screen at any given time in Argus. I think what we should do is we should port from here to here and then run that road straight up. Ah, it's a toy. Gotcha. What remix will Blizzard do now? Because nobody wants to go back to BFA or Shadowlands. I want to go back to both BFA and Shadowlands, preferably in that order. Can't say nobody. You're not thinking about me. Amazing stuff to collect there that would be great to collect outside of the context of like grinding anima or like order resources. Helps a lot with Argus travel if it works in Remix. Haven't played with it open yet. BFA would be great. Mechagon without the time gating. Najadar, but Streamwind? Shadowlands remix would be good. Yeah. See, there's dozens of us. Might be the only person who loves Shadowlands, but is a solo RPG player. I thought it was great. WoD has a lot of cool collectibles. If every mission table mission's instant, might be tolerable. BFA is the only expansion left that isn't ancient and has more than 3 raids, so I wouldn't be surprised at that one first. Want Shadowlands Remix, but let's get WoD and BFA first. I feel like I could put WoD after Shadowlands and BFA. WoD? WoD didn't have that much actual content in it. A lot of it went to the garrison. No one's looking for this, are they? Wasn't Khazad-dûm verbatim like a dwarf place in Lord of the Rings? Hang on, I'm Googling this. Khazad-dûm. Yeah, pretty much. Spelled a little bit differently. Yeah, it's the Mines of Moria. That's exactly what it is. I was like, this rings a bell, man. I just want my mounts. Still hoping for Classic Remix. I think that would be fun. Need the stuff, though. Remix is a great way to get them. It's an homage, not a ripoff. Usually, I mean, I guess... Well, they don't even have those accents in WoW. Also, is it an homage in anything but name? Because I could almost believe that somebody didn't remember what they were writing, but they just kind of felt like it sounded good, but they couldn't remember why. You know, if he started doing like some Balrog lines, then I would believe it. Most important question, how is Miss Kira? She's good. She's on my lap right now. I am a little bit worried about one day what happens when she's not, and people come through stream and ask that. I don't, like, is that, I mean, I guess I can have a chat command for it if that day ever comes, but like, Is one day someone going to come by and they're going to be like, how's your cat? And I'll be like, well, she's dead. Having fun? But she's good right now. She's on my lap. She's cozy. She's been doing well. She's been eating more. Most important question. WoW was developed in 03. Do you think the devs didn't know Lord of the Rings during that time period? I mean, WoW was developed in 03. I would argue Argus happened a little later. And there may be some delves that were not super up on their token. It's possible. Did that give me my thingy? No, I got an Army of the Light one. Darn it. I wanted an Argusian Reach one. Son of a gun. All right, well, we'll get it. We'll get it next time. Oh, maybe we'll get it when we turn in this Infinite Research, actually. I'm going to turn that in. I'm going to do a little shopping, and then we're going to wrap up for the day. Ugh. Hi, baby girl. Can I have a hug? Nice kitty. I would help her down, but she doesn't actually want that. I've tried. Okay. Oh, sweetheart. Oh. Are you alright? Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't great. Maybe you jump down to the other side next time. She overshot it. She can't see. I'm so sorry, sweetie. She really shakes stuff off like a champ, though. She's going back to investigate the wall/event combo that got her. Has this always been here? I could turn these two in. Before you go, we're in Nanaimo next week. What's your favorite spot to eat? Oh, I've never been out to eat in Nanaimo. I lived there like 15, 20 years ago. And I ate beans. I ate beans and rice. I'm sure there's good stuff, but I think TripAdvisor will probably help you more than anything. Let's see, let's get this one. Or Yelp or something. I hope you have a nice time there. Do some nature-y stuff. Oh, you were around there. I mean, I'm not insanely far, but I don't really go out. Oh. Find a good place to get in a Nanaimo bar. You can get them other places than just Nanaimo, but they're probably yummy in Nanaimo. Even if you were asking Victoria, I would have maybe like... I usually tell people to go to the patisserie and that's about it. Oh, I don't want to vendor those things. We want to scrap them. That's right. I think I can probably adjust my auto scrapping. 0. Yeah. Anything in the bag's fair game. $80K. All right. So I need lots of things on this vendor, and I do want to buy them all, but I'm kind of saving them for later because any one of these things, or at least the big expensive one, is going to set me back like a day's worth of farming stuff. So I kind of wanted to get the transmog sets first. We've done the class mounts, we've done the regular mounts. Let's keep going with the exclusive ensembles. Because I'm assuming exclusive means that these are specific to Remix. And the arsenal. Very good. Satisfying. Is that all of them? So much stuff in these bags, it's hard to tell. What else did I eat when I lived in Nanaimo? I'm trying to think. Not because I went out to eat, but just because I was like... It was the first time I ever lived on my own, and I was a teenager, and I didn't really cook that well, and I didn't really know how to grocery shop. So I was trying to like figure out like what do I cook and make if I'm cooking and making something for myself? Like where do you start with that? And I made stir fries that were not good. I tried to make rice on a stovetop because I just had like a little hot plate, and it would boil over and make a huge mess. I had a toaster oven, and I couldn't for the life of you I think I maybe like made tuna melts in it. Maybe that happened. Grocery shopping does not come naturally if you've never like meal planned before. That is not an innate skill, or at least it wasn't for me. Did I really not buy those last two? I thought I bought everything. I guess not. Kind of Argus recolor sets. Yeah, let's just delete some of these stacks. We have another 11k? It's not very much. Might have to save it for later. Looks like we're up to 88.3%. I'll be back to stream more tomorrow. Tomorrow I definitely want to get at least my Pinnacle cache on retail from Koresh to see if we can maybe get a pet out of it this time. And then maybe some more bronze, we'll have to see. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. Zelf4, thanks for the 2-month resub. Appreciate it, you guys. Huge shout out to all of the subs. I think I missed a few today. I don't know why I didn't hear them, but Face of Cho, Isara, Shareya, and then now Zelf4. Thanks, guys. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.